from opening day for your beloved San Diego Padres. And we're going to be here, man. We're ready for it, excited. But today will be a little bit different of a show. Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3, The Fan. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindel's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
And in his home studio this morning, our friend, our co-host, our beloved chairman, Benjamin Higgins. Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm just enjoying my vacation.
Enjoy
it's
that.
Great.
Yeah, man.
Drinks on the lanai, going out and enjoying a good meal. No, it's okay. I've survived the process. I think I've got most of it out.
Sure.
And I am ready to have the procedure over later this morning.
Yeah, and I will pick you up right after the show.
Is that a rookie statement just now, by the way? I think I've gotten most of it out by now.
I think he's in the clear.
He might be in the clear now?
I think, and again, it doesn't...
Quite clear, actually.
Quite clear. It doesn't surprise me at all that,
Gross.
like, he wasn't affected as much as other people because, as we've, let you guys know over the last few years, he is potentially not human. Like, he potentially is a robot that's inhabiting a human skin. But scale of 1 to 10, like, I know I oversold it to you. Maybe I made it seem worse than it actually is, but 1 to 10, how bad was it?
I have 10's the worst and 1 is not that bad. I'll still give it a 5 or a 6. I mean, it wasn't my favorite night. I was able to get about 3.5 hours of good sleep.
Okay.
Which I know is more than some people get. I did not have to sleep in the bathtub. I got that story from some people.
Yeah.
I was able to, fortunately, and I am doing the show. I am in my bed right now
Yeah.
because, well, this room is empty and the bathroom is about 3 steps away. And I really haven't left this spot since 6 o'clock last night.
Yep.
But, for the most part, it's gone rather smoothly. I will one rant if you'll just allow me.
Have a ball.
Please.
To start. As a society, we have invented iPads and MRI machines, and we've cracked the genetic code. But we can't make that solution taste just a little bit better. I mean, just a little bit more palatable. I mean, all the great minds and scientists of humanity can't make something that is at least a little more enjoyable than what I had to drink twice, once at 6 p.m. and once again at 3:30 this morning.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It brings up, like, it's the most generic lemon lime soda that you've ever had. Mine, I remember mine being pretty sweet, actually. You said yours was bitter.
At all, just bitter, very bitter. I know, I get it. It's supposed to be upsetting to your stomach.
Correct.
Right? So I guess a certain amount of unpleasantness is necessary, but I mixed it, and I had 16 ounces water and the solution that I poured together. And Paulie edited a great video. If you haven't seen it yet, check out our social media channels. But literally, I would take like 3 sips. Someone told me if you don't want to smell it, drink it out of a straw and try to make it very cold. So I go 1, 2, 3.
Straw was what threw me off.
Straw got me too, dude.
I would have thought just chug it. Even if you just do 2 to 3 gulps at a time.
Yep.
I didn't want to stick my face in it, though. So I would do like the 3 big swigs from the straw. And then I would pace around the kitchen for about 1 to 2 minutes.
Yep, I know the pace.
Dive in for another 3 sips. Yep. Took about 20 minutes both times. And by the end of 20 minutes, I had gotten the whole thing down.
It didn't take me that long to get it down because I did the like a big gulp, essentially. I was just like 1, 2, clang, and then chased it with water and just got it down because it was so unpleasant. So, not to be too graphic, but like everything's good. Like you're not on fire right now.
No, I think I feel all right. I just took a shower. It was nice.
Yeah, very
I feel
nice.
Clean. I feel fairly refreshed. I mean, you think a cup of the coffee will wake you up in the morning? Tell you what, colonoscopy prep solution, that will wake you up first thing in the morning. Even at 3:30 a.m., I was wide awake.
It's funny.
That's right, buddy. You show that turd who's boss.
We are on a combined, your hosts, Ben and Woods this morning, combined 7 hours of sleep because I was at about 3.5 as well. last night.
What's your excuse?
SDFC Toluca. Really watching that at 8:00. So maybe a couple things, actually, Benny. We finished Apollo 13 as a family last night. We had about an hour and a half left. And listen, they're like, all right, flip the module, click, clack, blah, blah, blah. And Bo's like, what does he mean? I go, listen, I don't have any idea. I'm 50 years old. I have no idea what he means. Here's what's happening. It's bad, and they may not be able to get home, so they're going to try to fix it. And all these people are working with them to make sure that they get home. That's all you need to know. I don't know what any of the stuff they're talking about means, okay? And I'm an old man. Like, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the story. But it's so stressful, and I know how it ends. So I'm like super stressed when that ends, and then SDFC starts, and my cortisol just goes through the roof, dude. I'm just like, I'm anxious. And it gets to halftime, and I go, all right, I'm just going to listen to the rest of the game. And then I fell asleep for a while. I woke up. I saw the score, 4-0, and I couldn't go back to sleep. And then Bo came in. He had a nightmare, get this, about space, and then came in and got in bed with us. So we were up as a family chit-chatting this morning at 3:30 a.m.
I never had space nightmares. I had like a few recurring nightmares as a kid, but space wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
That would freak me the hell out.
Yeah, I think it did him.
Space still freaks me. I love those movies like Interstellar, The Martian. I watched a great Black Mirror episode in space. Like, I like that kind of stuff, but it also freaks me out if I let myself think about it too much.
Yeah, dude.
And these different galaxies, dimensions, like it's just how the infiniteness of space, infiniteness of space.
The vastness.
It hurts my brain if I think about it too much.
Well, and then you get the in the movie, they're like, oh yeah, if we don't get right through this tiny little pinhead of a hole back into the atmosphere, we're gonna burn up at 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're like, so it was, maybe a little stressful for the kid, but we had yesterday.
Great movie,
it's such a good movie. My God, man. Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, Bill Paxton, Ed Harris. I mean, just bam, 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 bam. It was so good.
Are the kids going to run around going, Houston, we have a problem?
They loved it. I mean, both of them laid there quietly and watched it. They asked questions, but like they were really into it. It was really cool. We had yesterday both parent-teacher conferences. So Hannah and I met at both school. And they do it different now. And I like how they do it now. There's many things I'm like, that's weird that the way they do like math and stuff now. But the parent-teacher conference used to be, if you were even in the room, you would sit over in the corner and you'd see the teacher concerningly talking to the parent. Like, this guy is
quietly.
He needs to get his ass together. All right. He's a heathen. I mean, your parents probably loved yours, Ben, but
if Paul puts one more kid's jacket in a toilet, we're going to have a very serious problem, Mrs. Reindl.
So they did, they do the presentation now that they work on for weeks, and they write stuff, and he has a pointer and he goes up and points, and it was really cool. And he got really good marks. So then I had to take him home, and then Hannah went to Taylor's after, and they said he's locked in, he's ready for kindergarten. 49 days left in the school year, man, which is pretty crazy. We're almost there. And so it was awesome, dude. It was a fun, special thing, but they both knocked it out of the park, which is great. That's what you want.
Awesome.
That's what you want as a parent, is like, no, I love having them in class. They make everything better. So that was good. I was very proud of both of them. If they're listening, you guys are awesome.
I think that's how my parent-teacher conferences went.
I figured as much.
Such a pleasure to have in class.
Yeah,
he's
little kiss
such
ass.
a good student. He's always so helpful. I just wish all of them could be like your little Ben.
Ben is so good at reminding me about the homework right before class ends.
Man, when he rats out all the other kids for all the bad stuff that they do, I really love that.
He's
as
like
well.
a little hall monitor sitting right in my class.
It's like having a real undercover narc in class with all of the fourth graders, for sure. Were you ever a hall monitor?
We didn't have halls at any of our schools. They were all outdoors.
Okay.
So I don't think they really let us go out and monitor anything. But did you have hall monitors at your school? Was that a thing?
I did not.
I don't think I did.
We had like small pod buildings that had like 3 to 4 classrooms and just a very like an intersection where there was like bathrooms and all that. There wasn't really much of a hallway.
I was in a wooden schoolhouse, just a one-room schoolhouse.
Really? Like a real old-fashioned wooden schoolhouse.
Good God, you grew up in Texas.
I'm joking. Both of you morons. I'm kidding right now. It was all 6th grades in one wooden schoolhouse. You guys are like, really?
I mean,
no, that was an old man joke. No, I don't.
Texas joke.
It was a Texas joke. I don't remember. Yeah, we had like safety patrol and
we had like recess monitors,
yeah,
and all that, but not like hallway monitors.
Yeah, it's cool. I was very proud of them, but it's cool how they do it now. I like that. I like that they get the kid involved in their own, self-assessment and things like that. So it was great. And then, like I said, man, we watched that movie. I just watched the movie and then SDFC, and it just like spun me out. My brain started working overtime. I was worried about your butt, Ben, and getting to you on time today. So there's a lot going on, man.
Speaking of that, I'll be right back. Hang on, give me just 1 second.
Oh. He really is. Sweet. I saw one of our tier ones yesterday go, Ben, absolutely not. You take that morning off. You take that day off. If you need it, you take it. And I said, it's not how we work around here.
No.
I needed the.
Well, and he was so calm, really, about all of it.
He really was.
We were texting him, like, he took the dirty Sprite at like 6 o'clock
6
p.m.
on the nose. Yep.
And we were texting pretty consistently until we all fell asleep.
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
And
how's
he
it
seemed
going?
okay.
Yeah.
Like, if he was like, guys, this is the worst night of my life.
Yeah.
I
This is
haven't
the worst.
slept more than 20 minutes. I feel like death.
Yeah. I would have said,
like, maybe if you want to pop on at some point.
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Like, be more lenient. I was like, you look and sound good. He's like, I feel fine.
I feel fine.
I've just been on the toilet all night long.
Well, I think it begs the question. Then why isn't he here next to us right now, Paulie? I could have driven him to his appointment.
I mean, the bathroom's only like 10 yards away.
Here.
Like, it's not that far.
No, what a sweetheart for getting up this morning. It's a rough night. And, I probably oversold it. He's probably underselling it a little bit. It's not pleasant. Unless there's been major advancements in the last few years of, what it does to you. Maybe my innards were way more polluted than his. That's also a possibility, right? Like my insides and Ben's probably don't look the same. And so, maybe that had something to do with it. But when you come on and you're like, oh, it's like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Mine was a 12 out of 10. It was awful.
Oof.
Awful.
I'm back.
You good? Feeling good?
Yeah. It's actually, there's no effort required.
Yeah, no, zero. None whatsoever. Nope. You just like, hey, all right, I'm gonna run over here real quick.
Yeah, you don't need your phone.
Nope.
It's kill a little bit of time.
No.
It is very efficient.
No, it's exactly right. Dub says, yeah, you run the risk of somebody else occupying the stall at work, depending on how many are available. Yeah,
we could have made some arrangements with 3 stalls.
Yep.
I would have like taped one off and just said, this is Ben's stall today. Nobody else can touch it. We'd have had it all nice and ready for you.
7 says,
wanted to be in the car for 20 straight minutes.
That's
to
it.
Get there.
The drive.
That would have been worrisome. Yeah.
7 says, I think any other job would have given you the day off. Yeah, he did. He actually does have the day off, but we insisted that he work. That's how we roll here on Ben and
Had
Woods.
to take a vacation day.
I mean, we're in a contract here. We can't be taking off for just random vacations on a Thursday.
True.
Just to lay around the house, watch basketball, which is what you're going to do all day. Now there's 16 games today, Benny. 16 games.
I am very much looking forward to this afternoon of really nothing, just basketball and maybe DoorDash. I'm going to be very hungry. The appetite doesn't really go away.
That's what I was going to ask you next.
The nauseous liquid makes you not want to eat for a little bit, but then it comes right back, and it's like, okay, I'm hungry. I could definitely go for a piece of pizza or a sandwich or something right now. I'm ready to eat. It's been almost 24 hours.
So what did you eat yesterday?
Nothing. Just I had a squirt from 7-Eleven.
You love squirt.
And then I got some white grape juice from Vaughn's, which I probably am never going to want to eat again because that's what I was drinking between sips of the of the liquid. So now I have a really bad connotation with it, and then just a ton of water. So
you didn't eat like Jello or broth or anything?
I didn't. I looked for the Jell-O and I couldn't find it. I didn't want to make the whole thing myself. I looked for the cups and I couldn't find them at Vaughn's. I don't know where they are.
You couldn't find them? They do put them in a funky location. They're like,
I was looking around like the juices.
They're
and
with
the
like the pickles
and
and stuff. It's weird. It doesn't make any
they have
sense.
To be like the refrigerated pickles. Oh, that's right. I know where they are now. Yeah, they're in the middle, and I was looking in the back.
That's right. It's weird. They put them in very odd places, and it's weird too because the Jell-O, like the Jell-O gelatin, you have to keep cold. But the Jell-O pudding, they're like, nah, it can be warm. It's like warm. They keep that in the warm.
Stable,
shelf stable. Exactly. Well, I'm glad.
The flavor I really like is red, and I'm not allowed to have anything red.
Yes.
So I didn't. It would have been probably sugar-free lime, which is gross. So it was. I can live through a day of clear liquids, and that's all.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're feeling well. Today is National Let's Laugh Day, and nobody's going to be laughing at you. We're all going to be laughing with you because I know that you had to get up and take more solution at like 3:30 in the morning. It could kick in, but I do feel, again, you're the not lucky, but you're the least affected by this of anyone I've ever met.
I'm not, at this point, I feel like I've gotten through the worst of it. I'm not that nervous about the procedure. I guess
you shouldn't be.
That's the best part. That I'm most nervous about are embarrassment and then potentially like concerning results. And I know they probably won't know like all the results, but it would be nice to get a clean bill of health so I don't have to do this again for another several years.
I think I'm on the 5-year plan, and mine was probably 3 years ago. So I'm getting close again, close enough to know that it's coming. But I commend you too. I wanted to bring this up, and it's going to be a bit torturous for you today. I commend you for not talking about the Masters food yet. I thought today would be a good day to talk about all the food options at the Masters. It's making the waves on social media. Rory McIlroy, who won the Masters, has decided on his menu, Ben. And they are also launching a couple of new food items at the Masters, which is always interesting conversation.
I did not see that. I saw Rory's menu, but they have some new items for patrons at Augusta National.
They do. And then, of course, you're seeing all over social media all the ballparks putting out their new food items. And I think
I've seen a lot of that.
I have too, and I want to get into that at some point today, which was going to be torturous for you.
We did the minor league park last week that had the 2-foot-long hot dog
in donuts
with through a rings of powdered donut, 12 powdered donuts.
Did you see the shake at the Arizona Diamondbacks place? With the Kit Kats and the Nutter Butters. That one looked pretty good.
And I'll say this, it's like anything, any advertising. You look at a picture of a Big Mac on a McDonald's commercial, you're like, oh my God, look at that juicy, delicious, fresh burger. You get it? It's not quite the same. I would say the same goes for ballpark food most of the time. When you see the shake, that barbecue sandwich that I ate in Kansas City that had the Reese's in it, it didn't look like the picture, but it tasted damn good. A lot of this stuff really holds up. And, the banana pudding at Petco Park. I mean, you see the picture of it and you're like, that looks phenomenal. Then you eat it and you're like, that tastes phenomenal. But it doesn't always deliver. But there's some good ones out there, Benny. I wanted to talk about that today, certainly. Darren Ravel, I was actually going to put him in Don't Do This today. Did you see he got very upset about the food at the Masters last night. He says,
really? No, I didn't see it. So save it for Don't Do This.
All right, I will save it because it's really
Don't Do This. And I don't mind talking about food. It's not like I'm on a diet.
Right.
So it's not as though I can't for months enjoy myself. I can enjoy myself this afternoon. We're going to get a sandwich in just a few hours. So I'm fine talking about it right now.
You have health-wise, you've probably lost like 3 or 4 pounds. I know I did. So
I've lost like 5 pounds.
5 pounds.
I checked like from yesterday to today. I've lost about 5. Yeah.
So
it's not real weight. It's water weight, and nothing that's not going to come right back once you start eating again. But I feel slim. I feel trim. I feel fairly healthy for someone who's been in the bathroom as many times as I have in the last 12 hours. So I'm gonna chalk this up as mostly a positive experience so far, and that's part of why I wanted to talk about it with everyone. It's Colon Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah,
just happened to coincide with my colonoscopy today, and I thought, well, let's pull back the curtain and show everyone. Things are scary when you don't know what's about to happen, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
yeah.
I can tell if I tell everybody what I'm going through, yeah, it's not fun. I'm not going to ever say, hey, skip that trip to Palm Springs and do a colonoscopy. You're going to have a great time. No, it's a pain in the rear for sure.
Literally.
But it's doable. And if you take the mystery out of it, I think it'll get more people. I've had at least 3 or 4 people message me and say they've been putting it off. They scheduled their appointments already. They are going to do it. So I'm gonna count that as a win.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you could say that you potentially helped save some lives. And I don't think that's hyperbole, really, honestly. Like a guy yesterday said, I haven't been to the doctor in 20 years.
Yeah.
59 years old. I realized I got to get this done. I got to face my fears and go get it done. So very proud of you for this. Yeah, colon cancer is a real thing. It doesn't sound awesome.
I kind of was joking yesterday when I texted you and said, hey, at 6:00, let's take some video. I want to see video of you trying to drink this.
Yeah.
This dirty Sprite
And
solution. And you did. And then you started sending so much content. I'm like, oh, you want me to make like a reel out of this? And I was like, hey, is this okay? And you said yes, and I was proud of you because it's very important.
It's
like
very
we're having
important.
fun.
That's why
I'm playing funny drops. Like we're having some fun with it because we're 12-year-old boys.
Right.
But like it's ultimately a very, very serious and good thing that you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's
why I wanted to be here today, even though, yes, I'm going to have to run to the bathroom once or twice, probably more before I leave for the procedure I think after real or fake, I'm going to leave at about 8:30.
Okay.
And then you can pick me up on your way home. I should be done by like 10:30, 10:45.
So you don't want to talk to Katie Wu about your violent diarrhea because she's going to be on at 9.
You can save that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll set the menu.
I actually texted her yesterday and I said, hey, Ben's going to be out. He's got his sexy colonoscopy tomorrow.
So hot, Katie.
And she said, oh, wow, that sounds hot.
It's so hot.
Can wow. Yeah.
I would love to
whatever
talk
you guys
to her.
need.
I bet she did.
She did. She's all in. All right, let's get after it.
And we'll talk about the SDFC match last night, not how they usually go for sure. But you know what? Sometimes you have to have that goal of getting to the top of the mountain. You have to see where it is first. And I think that's what happened. We'll talk about that. We'll set the menu. Ben and Woods, checking traffic coming up. And we are off and running on a Thursday morning, 1 week from opening day on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, if you've ever changed jobs, there's a good chance you've got an old 401k sitting somewhere. I had an old one I hadn't thought about in years, and I didn't know that those accounts can come with higher fees and limited investment options. That's where Trajan Wealth can help. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors help people evaluate old retirement accounts and discuss ways to optimize those funds so that money is actually working for you again. It's a simple step that can make a real difference over time. Trajan Wealth is local, offices in San Diego, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. So if you've got questions about an old 401k, start with a call. Dial 619-367-0207. That's 619-367-0207. You can also learn more online at TRAJANwealth.com. That's TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
All right, we are back. Padres return to action today after the day off yesterday. They will host the Chicago White Sox at the Peoria Sports Complex at 6:10. So no morning activities in Peoria. Craig Stammen will do his media scrum this afternoon. I think I saw at 3 o'clock, which means, Paulie, are we giving officially Sammy this morning off so he can sleep in?
Correct.
There really was no news yesterday.
Nothing to
yesterday
discuss.
Was very quiet in Padres land. They truly took the day off. I didn't really see any news coming from any of the normal reporters or anything. I think everyone just wanted to get away for a day and enjoy themselves and, gear up for the last 5 days of spring training coming up.
I think a lot of the organization actually travels back to San Diego when they get these off days into a night game. I think a lot of people will make the drive or cheap, short flight back and spend some time at home.
Sammy deserves a day off because he works so hard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He works very hard.
He
Yes,
does.
he does. I mean, so do we.
I'm glad you're here.
In a different way.
That's right.
He works very hard. He deserves a vacation.
He does deserve a vacation, if anybody. Don and Mud on the call, I do believe, this evening.
I believe they are finally going to make their first spring training television appearances for us.
Let's talk.
Exciting.
Let's talk about. I wonder the level of bitterness from Jesse and Tony right?
Yes.
The TV guys
They've been there.
swoop into town.
Radio's been grinding since like
for weeks.
The week
Over a
that
month.
we were there.
Over a month.
Yeah.
Grinding and doing these games. Some of these games 4 hours long, 22 to 2,
69 substitutions.
Yeah.
Pitching changes.
Yes, all of it. Do Don and Mud not need a warm-up? Or
They need 2.
They need 2 reps in spring training. Just 2 reps. Jesse, Tony, we need you guys to grind out, 400 innings until you have 162 to do on the radio.
It's like riding a bike. You don't really forget how to do it, apparently. When I think, Jesse, the first game was a month ago tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think it was the 20th of February. Jesse got there a couple of days before that. So he and Tony have been there for more than a full month now, calling games. Sammy's been there even longer.
Yep.
Reporting on spring training. They're all dying for it to end. But remember, if the Padres make the playoffs at the end of the season, Jesse and Tony keep on working on radio.
That's true.
Don and Mud, they're off too. So they've got the long off season, and Jesse and Tony get a very short off season.
They get to go up to the owner's suite and get hammered and just have the time of their lives.
If you actually, from their seats, if you just turn around and look up, you can see the radio booth, and
That's
they're probably just holding beers up. Hey, idiots.
How's work going? Good. As they're Mud's shotgunning beers. I mean, imagine, Betty. Imagine if it was us and we're out there grinding, and then these guys show up. Just hey, how we doing?
About it the other way.
They blow into town.
I think if you were the one that wasn't working and your colleagues were there on the air calling games, you would start getting a little FOMO at some point as well.
I think so too. I do.
If someone else was doing our morning show for a week or two and we were getting paid and we were enjoying it, but we'd start going like,
I miss this.
Yeah, I miss this. I want to get back to it. I'm tired of being on. Let's get back to the, calling the games or doing what we're supposed to be doing.
It's so good, man. But no, it'll be great to hear Mud and Don. I mean, obviously, we're a week away. I'm bursting with excitement, champing at the bit, as they say, allegedly. I just can't wait. I can't wait. It's the best time of year. And I know the tier ones are fired up too. We will be out at Baja Rick's on opening day. Just want to remind you guys, come on out, get some sizzling fajitas and check out the baños.
1 week from today.
1 week from today, man.
I cannot wait.
We're going to be
in the middle of it.
Yeah, we're going to be right in the middle of it.
Right now, there's going to be a trolley going by.
Yeah, ding, 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 ding,
There's going to be a
garbage truck
going by, honking, a garbage truck.
Helicopter.
Yeah.
Flying over.
It's going to be great. It's always great. So very excited about that. Hope to see you guys out there. We'll be there broadcasting, I think, our show and Braden's show. And then it's game time, man. We're all over this thing. So I can't wait. It's going to be a fun day. Hope the tier ones come out. I have no doubt that you will. But it's going to be a blast.
Of course, Baja Rick's is located right next to the Omni. I saw a video yesterday of the Kansas Jayhawks getting off their bus. I could see Petco Park right there in the background. They were clearly checking into the Omni Hotel, getting ready for tomorrow's games at Viejas Arena. So, I mean, we got the NCAA tournament. Lots to get to here on a Thursday morning. We'll start by talking about some SDFC and last night's late game at Toluca. Didn't go the way the team wanted it, or Mikey Veras, I'm sure, was hoping it was going to. But we'll talk about that in our 7 o'clock hour. We'll get to Don't Do This, wrap up the World Baseball Classic. And Paulie brought up an interesting question off the air yesterday. What changes would you make to improve it the next time around? We can discuss that in our 7 o'clock hour. 8 o'clock, we'll play a game of Real or Fake, try to qualify
ABS.
Yeah,
try
ABS.
to qualify someone for the trip to the Fontainebleau Las Vegas. At 8:20, and then I'm going to take off, but you guys got a busy last 90 minutes with the Roundel Report, with Katie Wu going to join the show, and potentially another special guest as we get ready for the NCAA tournament here in San Diego. So that's all coming up. Let's check traffic with Kelly Danick, and then we can come back, talk a little soccer, since we at least tried to stay up for the game last night in Toluca. We'll do that next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Definitely starting to heat up on the roads a bit. Crash on northbound 15 just past Scripps Poway Parkway. Motorcycle involved in this one, not showing if lanes are blocked. And an accident involving a car and a box truck on South 805 past University. They're over to the right shoulder. Also, be mindful. We got some foggy conditions around parts of the county, so you definitely want to just be extra careful out there. Maybe leave a little extra time for travel. San Diego drivers, keep moving with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Their expert technicians help keep your vehicle and everyone in it safe and road ready. Stay in your car, no appointment needed. Save at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Donick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Ben would rather get a
guys, you'll remember
colonoscopy than
early
listen to
last-
the Rindle Report.
Yeah, exactly. I'll leave just in time. You guys remember early last week when SDFC was getting ready to host Toluca in the first half of the two-match aggregate. Everyone was telling us, Toluca, they're no joke. They've won 2 consecutive Mexican League championships. They're probably the best team in all of North and Central America right now when it comes to club soccer. And this is going to be by far the toughest challenge that SDFC has faced in their short year of existence. And then what happens? They go out, they fall behind 1-0 on a penalty kick, and we go, oh, this is going to get ugly because they're down 10 on 11. They're down a man for the whole match. And then they go out and score 3 unanswered goals and then hold on to win 3-2 despite playing 9 on 11 at the end. And I'm going, this is amazing. I mean, I thought this was going to be impossible against Toluca, but they got it done. They went and beat maybe the best team in North America. So I kind of had a little hope going into this week. Maybe false hope, but hey, all they need is a tie. A draw is going to be good enough for them to advance to the quarterfinals. They can come up with a strategy. And the game starts last night. And all right, you can see, Toluca's, they've stepped it up a notch. They're in front of their home fans. And what a stadium that is. I can't wait to hear from Darren tomorrow, who was at the game, about the atmosphere with all the Diablos Rojos at hell at their stadium at 9,000 feet of elevation. But you can see, all right, San Diego, they're kind of fending off attacks left and right. Duran Ferree is making great saves left and right. It's just shot. And you're going, all right, they're going to score a goal at some point if this doesn't stop. And then they do, but the referee goes to the VAR and looks, and just offsides by a couple of inches. So a reprieve. And all of a sudden you're thinking, okay, they're going to get through it. They're 40 minutes in. They're going to get to halftime. It's going to be 0-0. And they've actually got a chance in this thing. And then all of a sudden,
it's what, about 5 left in the first half?
Yeah, with about 5 minutes left in the first half, Duran Ferree just makes a mistake.
Yeah, just a mistake. A 19-year-old kid.
Guy was waiting for him to try to pass it, and he was sprinting, intercepted it right in front of the goal, and it turned into a fairly easy goal. And that pretty much changed everything at that point, Woods. You could just tell, like, okay, they have pretty much uncorked the bottle of what's going to happen tonight.
16 March Madness games today, and you will see full court press in most of them, all of them, actually, at some point. And that's exactly what Toluca did last night. I don't know who was calling that game, but was he English or Australian? I loved that guy. I thought he was great, and he made me smarter watching that game last night. He kept talking about the press.
He was really good.
He was fantastic.
About it,
I think they said an English halfback. But I can't remember. I don't know his name. I actually looked. I was like MLS. They said his first name. I couldn't remember who it was. But he was great, and I learned a lot about Toluca's press, Ben. And it was stifling. It was absolutely stifling. They controlled possession. I think it was 79% to 21% or something in the first half. And they were all that was advertised. The other thing that was so fascinating to me is when one of our guys would go down and try to draw a foul, he would then be surrounded by 6 red shirts standing around him.
They just hawked him.
Like fake concern, but they're all in the referee's ear. The referee, the guy, the English halfbacker, there he is, Warren Barton is his name. He was awesome.
Okay.
Warren Barton.
Yeah.
And he was like, there's no need for this. You've got to get them away from the referee. They're being, look at the gang circled around him on the ground. And I was like, yeah, man, get away. Beat it. Like, I started getting hot.
I noticed that too. They were all over the scene. Anytime somebody went down and the camera kind of zoomed in tight on what was going on the field, there were 9 red jerseys around.
Just like mauling this guy, like with their eyes. And they're all bitching at the ref. They are all that's advertised. They are fast. They are mean. They are nasty. Their crowd was incredible. It was a really, really cool thing. And the way that I feel about SDFC, though, Betty, and Paulie, and all you guys listening, they're like, they've built up so much goodwill for me. Like, they've built up so much goodwill that I went, all right, bummer. Like, absolutely, like, bummer, sucks. That doesn't happen to them a lot, where they looked overmatched and outmanned and all that. They were missing a couple of their best players. Listen, flush it, move on, get back to the MLS season and start dominating again.
You could have fooled me, because last week SDFC was playing a man short for most of the match. I could have sworn there were like 4 extra Toluca players on the field. Like, if they were attacking, they always seem to have extra guys. And then if there was a counterattack, you go back and go, there can't be any more red shirts back there. And there'd be 4 red shirts standing back there waiting for SDFC to finally get there. There was just nowhere on the field there wasn't a red shirt. I could have sworn they had 13 or 14 guys out there. They were just so quick to the ball every single time. And it really was, it must be what a lot of the opposing teams in MLS feel like when they're playing SDFC. Like, we never get to touch the ball.
Yeah.
They're always just taking it right back from us and, peppering shots at us left and right. And the shoe was on the other foot. It would be ridiculous to think that after 1 year, SDFC could be considered one of the top 2 or 3 teams in all of North America. It's got to take more time than that. But I'm not going to, you know what? You're absolutely right. They have earned so much goodwill that it wasn't even necessarily a bad performance. I mean, this is what they do to other Mexican league teams as well. What was the streak? I mean, they haven't lost in over a year at home. I
think they just lost. Did they not?
They had a tie.
Which
okay. They were pretty upset about a draw, but they never lose in that place. You were hoping for the draw, and you just never really had a chance. Outshot, 27-3?
Yeah. I mean, it's
overall,
insane.
And those 3 were pretty much after it was all said and done near the end of the match, mostly.
They're awesome. They are. For me, you know how I feel about Morrissey. Even though he canceled on me, they're not going to be able to do anything wrong for a long time. That's how I feel about them. I'm like, you know what? You get a pass from me. You had a bad game plan against a really, really good team. And I watched the game. It's not like you didn't try to get something going. You literally couldn't. They were that good. They were that motivated. They were that fired up last night. I loved it, man. I thought it was, as far as an environment goes, all I kept thinking about is, man, Faree, who was he's standing on his head early in the game. I'm like, nobody's going to be able to withstand this barrage. Nobody. Like, he was so incredible until he wasn't. And it was, hey, man, we flush it. We move on. We get back to MLS. And, take care of business this weekend against Salt Lake. That's really the most important thing. I credit them so much for winning that game at home, down a man, down a goal, all of it. They've built up so much goodwill with me that I'm like, all right, no big deal. Flush it and move on. It was great.
Yeah, I think ultimately it's a pretty good result. You got the win over Pumas, so you showed that you can do it.
Yep.
You advanced. You got to test yourself against the best. But now you don't have to go through 3 more rounds of, the midweek games. You can get guys some rest. You can focus on your MLS matches, usually just 1 a week. There is an international break coming up for a couple of weeks as well. We mentioned yesterday that, Anders Dreyer is going to go play for Denmark, but other guys are probably just going to get some training in and, get to take some time off. So I think that, all signs point to that they should be operating on full cylinders, as they head toward the middle of the MLS season. And ultimately, that's going to be what's more important for us, at least at this early stage of SDFC. Yeah, see if you can, make the playoffs, make another deep run, maybe get to an MLS Cup. Messi and Inter Miami, they went out of the CONCACAF Champions Cup last night as well. Messi scored his 900th goal, but they ended up drawing 1-1, and that was the only away goal of the two-leg series against Nashville. So they were eliminated as well. You got good teams that don't advance in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Only one, they mentioned it on the broadcast last night, only one MLS team has ever won this tournament. Seattle Sounders did it a few years ago. But other than that, it's been pretty much an unrelenting string of Liga MX teams that end up winning this thing. And Toluca's probably going to go on and and win it, or at least they're going to have a really good chance to win it, I'd imagine, going forward.
Well, it's kind of, I for years I have so many friends that are soccer fans, and were trying to get me into soccer, and they would always talk about CONCACAF and these matches, and I'd be like, yeah, I get it now. You've lit the wick inside of me, and I totally understand the gravity, the weight, the importance of all of it, how much it means to these guys, and I was blown away. I was blown away watching, and I get it, man. Toluca is not the best team on the planet, probably, but boy, they sure look like it to my untrained eye. I was like, I've never seen it. I've never seen guys with that skill level, because I don't watch a lot of soccer, so that's kind of the baseline for me. I watched that and I went, good God, man, these guys are incredible at this sport. And just vicious, man. They just swarmed all night. It was awesome. It was great to watch.
And I'm not naive. I know if you go over to Spain or England, those teams would look like, Toluca looked like for SDFC last night. It'd just be another giant step up to take on teams like Arsenal and Man City and Real Madrid. They have even all-star teams of soccer players. So we're still operating in kind of the minor leagues of soccer, but I've been really enjoying it.
Me too.
We're broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Padres, just quickly before the top of the hour, coming back to action today. What are your guys' top storylines for the last 5 days of spring training? Is there anything in particular that you're going to be looking for these last few days that still feel like it's important? I know, we talked about the last roster spots and, the last pitching rotation spots. I think we're getting closer to a Walker Buehler, Herman Marquez, maybe, start the season at least in the rotation. But will we be surprised by anything over this last week of spring training?
I think we absolutely will be surprised by something. But, Benny, the only thing I care about with, a few days left to go until they break camp and come back to Petco Park, honestly, the only thing I care about is health. That's it. Nothing stupid, nothing freaky. Get these guys back in one piece, and then we'll let the chips fall where they may next Thursday against Tarek Skubal and the Detroit Tigers. You can't afford a rolled ankle, a pulled quad, anything like that. That's really the only storyline I care about. Other than, I'm interested to see who makes the roster and the last man on the bench. But honestly, man, it's just get home healthy and let's try to compete and let's try to get off to a really good start. Like, I'm not expecting the start that they had last year. That's a pipe dream, I think, right now. But start off well. Start well. Gel together. Stay healthy, and we'll see what happens, man.
I think it's been a fairly smooth spring training.
So far,
Knock on wood. I mean, it's not been perfect. I saw Brian Hoeing had his surgery yesterday in the post, and that's, disappointing for him. But the Padres have the depth in the bullpen that they can overcome that. But like the experiments this spring, Nick Castellanos at first base.
Yep, so far so good.
Is Miguel Andujar's bat going to be able to play with the Padres? Is Gavin Sheets going to be able to do what he did last season? What I've seen in spring training tells me that the answer to those questions is probably yes. Like, this is not a Jason Hayward situation that a guy's we're thinking they're going to hit like 120. They're going to have good seasons. The question is it going to be a great season, or is it just going to be a so-so season? And how much will that impact where the Padres end up in the long run? But I think for the most part, AJ has hit on who he wanted to hit on with his low budget signings this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's all it remains to be seen. But again, like we said, so far so good with these guys. You get home healthy. And then you figure out how to navigate it. You figure out how to navigate that 4th and 5th spot. Hell, you may have to figure out how to navigate that 1 and 2, that the 1, 2, 3. Randy Vasquez seems to be the most solid starter that we have right now. But he will not be the opening day starter, barring any major surprise. Michael King is such a huge part of this team. This is a good point from Eric. I hope Manny, Toddy, and Bogey can start off hot 100%. It's just imperative for this team. But yeah, it's going to be they've scored runs in spring training. If you care about run differential in spring training, Benny, they're plus 14 right now. Yeah, Dodgers are plus 31. The Texas Rangers, of all people, plus 48. They've scored a ton of runs right now. But, we'll see. Padres have given up a lot, 142 as well. But again, it's spring training numbers, but they are hitting the baseball. They're scoring runs. That's all we can really hope for.
All right, we are 1 hour in. Don't forget, coming up later in the show, Katie Wu is going to join us, at least them, after I'm gone for my appointment. All guests appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. SDCCU, it's not Big Bang Banking, it's better. More Ben and Woods on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Hour number 2, Ben and Woods on a Thursday morning, 1 week out from opening day, but only just over 2 hours away from the start of the NCAA tournament. Woods was filling out a bracket during the break. Did you get it all in?
No. I asked during the commercial break,
No.
I said, did you finish your bracket yesterday? He goes, no.
No.
Like, you can do it right now.
Fine. It's the Woods way of putting it off.
You just wanted to wait to make sure you got all the most up-to-date injury reports.
All the info.
Yeah.
It's the smart way to do it. No, and I'm just going through guessing. And so far, all the 1 seeds have advanced and advanced through the next round as well. So it will probably be
a dumb way to go.
It's very chalky.
What frustrates me about the brackets is that the years that I really spend the most time, like going through every matchup.
What a waste of time.
Experts and really trying to, like, my best to think it all out. I never do well. It's just like, it's such a random tournament that it just feels like guessing is probably as good. I mean, like, don't do dumb guesses. Don't, like, advance 3-15 seeds, obviously. Right. There are a few general pointers that can lead to more success, but some years it'll be 3-1 seeds in the final. Some years it'll be 0-1 seeds in the final 4. And you don't seem to ever really know, and the experts don't ever seem to really know.
Well, it's like there's satisfaction in picking a 14 to beat a 3, and there's a rush almost when that happens and you're following along, but that rush is not worth the 7 other upsets that you picked that you're like, hey, idiot, just pick the better team. Don't think too much about this.
Yeah.
For the last 10 years, I've operated with one fairly steady rule because I got burned so many times. Don't pick Arizona to go all the way. They're going to disappoint you. They always do.
That's fair.
I picked them to win one bracket.
I picked them to win the whole thing this year. I totally broke my rule.
Yeah.
I think
really?
I think it's going to be Arizona.
They're so good.
Okay.
They're really good, and I just feel like it's when you least expect it. Like, the year after Virginia lost as a 1 seed to a 16 seed, remember that? Then they won the whole thing the next year. It doesn't make a lot of sense, the NCAA tournament, but we were all invited to be in a bracket hosted by our friend Major Garrett.
I don't think we're allowed to say that. I think
it's for charity.
I know, but
I
think it's supposed to be on the down low.
Really?
I think he tells us that
charity?
every year. Yeah. Like, don't mention.
Don't make a big deal about it.
Yeah, don't mention.
It's not a big deal.
I feel like you were bragging. Like, yes, we know Major Garrett.
I just wanted to give him praise because, he does it for other people and not himself. So he deserves a little credit.
That's true. He does.
Yeah.
No, I'm still working on mine. Putting mine in.
You got 2 hours.
I got 2 hours to go before the first game. I'm more excited, I think, for spring breakout. MLB.
Is that today?
That's today.
The minor league prospect game in Peoria.
The games all over.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball today. The spring breakout. The teams put together a roster of their best prospects. And then they take on, like, the Padres will take on the Cubs today.
I know why you're excited.
So I'm bursting at the seams for spring breakout because of my latest and greatest addiction to baseball cards. I have gone long on, let's say there's 100 there, the 100 top prospects. Yeah. I've gone long on like the first 25 of them. So I have a rooting vested interest in the spring breakout games. Connor Griffin, JJ Weatherholt, Kevin McGonigal, you name it, I'm in on it.
Do we have a list of the players? I want Ben to just start reading them off.
And I could absolutely, look, Cruz Schoolcraft for the San Diego Padres, Ethan Salas, like, these are all guys that are sitting in a plastic bin at home, just waiting to explode out into the universe. But I'm very excited for that today. Is it weird that I'll be watching more of that than I will be March Madness?
If they had,
David J says the Padres breakout game is on Saturday.
Oh, I thought it was today.
It's all weekend.
I believe all games are taking place all weekend around spring training in Arizona and Florida. But I believe David is correct. The Padres spring breakout game will be on Saturday.
Okay, but some of them start today, right?
I'm not sure if they start today or not until tomorrow or Saturday.
March 19th, that's today.
That is today.
Yep,
okay.
that is today. All right, so you've got Connor Griffin will be playing. He's my guy. Weigh in on him. You've got JJ Weatherholt for the Cardinals. I'm way in on him. You got Kevin McGonigal, shortstop for the Tigers. Weigh in on him. And just on and on and on it goes. Jesus Made, Brewers. I don't know even
What
know
did
his name.
Jesus make?
He made what?
Jesus made me a lot of money. Leo Dallas DeVries is in there.
You know him.
Eli
I've heard of
Willits.
him.
Eli Willits for the Nationals. Andrew Painter, Walker Jenkins, Travis Bazzana for the Guardians. I mean, I'm deep on all these guys, dude. I am deep. I'm deep on all of them. So I'm really excited for the Colt Emerson for the Mariners. I mean, I'm like, I could work for Mad Friars now. If they had a national,
you might have a job offer coming.
If they had a national thing, like where they're like, you just cover all the best prospects. Okay, fine. I'll do this. Let me do the top 25 because I've got them all, man. I'm ready to go. So I'm excited for that.
Just quickly, I've seen a few people in the chat wonder what happened to my glasses.
Yeah, what happened?
Pure laziness. I left them in the car, and I did not want to go all the way down and outside to get them this morning. So I thought I can do the show without my glasses for once. And now, of course, I'm squinting at everything so I can try to read the chat and everything on the screen. So at some point, I may have to break down and just go get the glasses.
Do you only have one pair?
I have a pair at work. I have a pair at the car usually, and then I have two pairs of sunglasses as well.
Now, David J in the chat says we can talk about a potential gig at Mad Friars, but you have to stop being such a sucker first. I think
he's right. You'd be terrible.
Why? I'm up to speed on all of the best prospects in baseball.
Once you start networking a little bit, and you've got your guy for each team,
yep.
your bullpen coach, or whoever, not the main head scout, the president of baseball ops, or whatever, but like your Ben Fritz for another team or whatever.
Yep.
He's gonna tell you one kid. He's gonna be like, dude, this kid's a beast.
He's a dude. Yeah.
He's gonna be a beast, and then you're just gonna be like, yep, I've seen enough.
That's all I need. All I need is to read it one time.
What does he look like? I don't know, but I heard 2 top scouting officials for the Cubs say that this kid's going to be a monster.
It's Satan's Blowfish says, if you're just working from the lists, that ain't going to cut it. Listen, it remains to be seen. All the guys that I'm in on are all going to be huge, huge superstars in baseball. Okay. I'm convinced of it. And so is my 8-year-old son. He is all the way in, and he's learning more about it. It's been so fun. But yeah, I've got
history and track record of prospects. Will
I know
tell you that they are not
meaning
going to be stars.
Like one out of those 20 will.
How many times have I come in here and be like, guys, prospects are just prospects, just trade them? So, boy, it changes when you've got
now,
a little.
He's like, I got a baseball card yesterday. This kid's 14 years old, but just trust me, dude. He's got a full ride.
Let's put it this way. Here's the depths of my addiction already. There is the number 1 pick in the draft, widely regarded. Chicago White Sox are going to take the kid out of UCLA, Rock Kulowski. I've got like 4 of his autographs already. I'm ready to go.
He hasn't even been drafted.
He has not even been drafted yet. I'm ready. I love this. I love this game, man. I love this game.
About you.
Don't worry about me.
Worried about you.
I've overcome everything. Don't worry about me. I'll get through this. I will get through it. Be turning tricks for money soon enough
right.
in an alley. Be like, I gotta get this refractor. So whatever you need done, it's just kid stuff.
Let's get a quick update on the Evan Drellick, Miguel Rojas story, which we had in Don't Do This yesterday about Drellick's mistake when he identified Miguel Rojas as the player who was suspended for PED use rather than Johan Rojas.
Wasn't this a few days ago? This was like Monday.
Was it Monday? Okay, we had it maybe on Tuesday on Don't Do This, but it's a terrible mistake. No one denies it. We were shocked that it was Evan Drellick that made it, but now we're in this post-mistake world where how does everybody move on?
Yes,
and I get Miguel Rojas was wronged, and he certainly is entitled to some sort of moment where he gets an apology, and he went on with our friend Chris Rose yesterday.
Yeah, good get for Chris Rose, by the way.
Kidding.
It was, and he specifically asked for it. I mean, he was not shy about the criticism that he had for Evan Drellick.
Both with the organization to have to deal with something like that when didn't even happen. time right now for our SoFi Spotlight of the Week, and it's going to focus on you. I was in a meeting, and I get out, and the first thing I see is Trevor Plouffe and Jake Storiali talking about, well, thank God Miguel Rojas didn't get popped for PEDs. Evan Trelick of The Athletic, who's actually been a very good investigative reporter, mistyped your name when he was talking about Johan Rojas.
Whoa. Let me stop you there. He didn't mistype my name. He did it with all the intention to put my name and the organization's name on that tweet. One thing is to mistype my name and say Miguel Rojas got suspended. That's a fair kind of mistake that you can commit. But when you say Miguel Rojas from the Los Angeles Dodgers got suspended 80 games for PEDs, that's what I'm not good with. And I'm going to talk to you about this, and this is the only person that I'm going to talk to about this issue, because I don't want to make it a big deal and I don't want to make it about myself. But I feel like as a reporter, you have to have some ability to be a professional as well and apologize, not just to me, but to the organization, because you don't even know how Andrew Freeman felt after these accusations that for 6 minutes kind of rumbled my whole world and got so many people around me and around us, the team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, worried because of one guy make a mistake that is, I'm totally okay with making mistakes. But at the end of the day, I was expecting an apology.
Are you saying that Evan did not reach out to you and apologize?
No chance, because I don't have X or Twitter or whatever. He didn't make an apology to my name or the organization for saying something like that.
Whether or not he wrote that he was sorry or not, he owes you a call.
He didn't call me or trying to reach out or anything. Yeah, it is bullshit.
Wow.
That was
Crazy.
He makes some good points.
He makes some great points. He does.
I can totally understand. I've typed a million things before. Like, my fingers and my brain are not doing the same thing. And I've typed Miguel Rojas so many times that I think I'm typing Johan Rojas, and I type Miguel. But he also typed of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yes.
Like a whole different person and a whole different organization.
But as soon as you see Rojas and that pops into your head, and you don't make the distinction between Miguel and Johan, right? And you're like, oh, wow, that's big news. Let me tweet this out. Probably in a rush to be first, as it's usually the case with a lot of these guys. Not Evan, though. Not Evan. Evan,
That's
again,
the thing, though. The Rojas news wasn't even news.
It wasn't news. It was
Johan Rojas.
Yeah, it had come out before, and then now it had just been official.
He had failed the appeal.
Yeah,
had officially been declined.
So the brain. He saw Rojas. He went, okay, Miguel Rojas.
If he
Los
said
Angeles
Miguel
Dodgers,
Rojas of the Phillies, that's a mistake. He singling out Miguel Rojas of the Dodgers, and I hate that. Sounds like we're all kind of coming to the defense of Miguel Rojas a little bit.
7 Mile Casino's own Miguel Rojas.
True.
So, yeah, of course we would.
But I thought he was spot on.
He is.
In that. And because for Drellick to not even apologize immediately, it was up for 6 minutes.
That's a tough
And you may
look.
say it was only 6 minutes. That's a long ass time for something to be up on the internet.
Yeah.
When you have 80,000 followers or whatever he's got as well, 6 minutes is might as well be 6 days. It was up there for long enough. And then to just say, actually, I've deleted an incorrect tweet, and not even like an apology or anything for several days. And then I went back and looked. He was just reporting on the World Baseball Classic, business as usual.
Nothing changed.
And that interview with Rosie was yesterday morning. I don't know when it was taped, but it was at least posted yesterday morning. And then Evan Drellick came out with a public apology. And I don't really care about whether it's public or not. He needed to reach out to Miguel Rojas.
Yeah, I agree.
And I liked his point about Andrew Friedman, dude. If that was AJ Preller coming off a World Series win in which this particular player had a monster impact in the World Series, I think you're like, oh great, he just got popped. This is unbelievable. Are you kidding me?
It's nuts. But I mean, if you're Miguel Rojas, it wasn't me. I didn't get popped.
I mean, you can't repair the damage to your reputation.
He can now. There's no damage to his reputation.
No, and that's
what
why
he did.
I don't buy anything malicious from Evan Drellick.
No,
because Evan Drellick's smart enough to know that if he tweets that incorrectly, Evan Drellick's the one who's going to face the most repercussions and the most harm to his reputation, which has happened. Evan Drellick, who has had a pristine reputation.
Pristine, yep.
Now this is something like the first thing a lot of people are going to think about with Evan Drellick going forward. So he hurt himself far, far more than he hurt Miguel Rojas for 6 minutes. He inconvenienced Miguel Rojas, and it was definitely a mistake, and it definitely deserved an apology. But it's Evan Drellick who has suffered the worst consequences of all of this by a long shot, in my opinion. So there's no way he would have knowingly or willingly, maliciously slighted Miguel Rojas when he knew that wasn't the true story. It was someone else entirely.
Yeah, I mean, we've all made colossal mistakes before, certainly. I know I have. And, you do have to go, all right, it's on me. I did it. My bad. But hey, listen, it was 6 minutes of torture, and now ultimately it's all done. Evan Drellick did apologize. I think he reached out to his agent too. So, they do need to move. Everybody needs to move on. But Evan Drellick, man, it's that thing of like, now you got to, it's quality control. You got to double check, triple check, whatever these days, because again, Miguel Rojas was not very pleased about that, which I get it. I wouldn't have been either.
All right. We are going to get to Don't Do This coming up next. You mentioned Darren Rovell in your crosshairs a little bit.
Darren Rovell losing his mind for the dumbest reason of all time.
We'll get to that and maybe some more audio that Woods found. Some of the greats talking about Tony Gwynn.
Oh, you'll love this.
Going to enjoy.
You will love it.
It's all coming up next after a check of traffic with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Incredible timing.
Of course, always.
Just talking about Miguel Rojas, who during the playoffs a couple years ago was spotted at our beloved 7 Mile Casino playing some California-style blackjack. So it's good enough for him. It's certainly good enough for you. If it's good enough for Ben Higgins, it's good enough for you too.
Yeah, I mean, he's not an official endorser. We are. But I think we both have standards. Big leaguers have standards. Ben has standards. Woods has standards. And 7 Mile Casino exceeds all of our standards and expectations by a long shot. I was not sure. When I first went, I go, I know this card room's been sitting here for years.
Yep.
I've never gone in. It can't be great, right? And I walked in. I was like, this place is fantastic. It's upscale. It's comfortable. You feel like you just want to come again and again and again. And if you're a card player, especially a high-limit player, they know how to treat you right, make you feel comfortable, take care of you at the table with a 35% discount on food. It is the real deal, Woods.
It sure is, man. Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, Baccarat, and, of course, California-style blackjack, the favorite of one Miguel Rojas. Check it out for yourself. Best part, just 7 minutes from downtown. Yeah, do us a solid. Do yourself a solid. Head on into 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't forget, we'll have Katie Wu coming up on the program in our 9 o'clock hour. I'll guess some Bennett Woodspear on the SDCCU fan hotline. SDCCU, it's not big bank banking, it is better. But first, it is time for Don't Do This. It is brought to you by Dixieline Lumber. You know what? I got to go. Hang on.
Oh. Uh-oh.
All right. Another bathroom break for Benny. Woodsy will finish this sponsorship read.
Brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and enjoy it. Our little guy had to run to the restroom again.
I could hear him. He was trying to fight through that.
Fighting through it. Yeah, it's not something you want to fight through. Oh, Paulie's got the tally up on the live stream. It says number of bathroom breaks today on the show so far is 2. Yeah, brilliant. I will get us started and probably get us finished as well. Darren Ravel is just a weird dude. He just has the weirdest tweets sometimes. I get a kind of a kick out of reading it. But they announced, hey, listen, we've got some new food items at the Masters this year. The Masters coming up soon. They've got a new Masters candy bar that debuts this year. But Darren says, he tweets, it's that time of year when everyone talks about the Masters food as if it's the greatest thing ever. Continues to be one of the weirdest annual behaviors in all of sport. And the next month, people pretend like the mint julep at the Kentucky Derby is a top 1,000 cocktail. I will agree with him on the mint julep.
All right, I'm back.
All right, Benjamin. We're talking a little Masters food.
Done.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
We're talking. Darren Ravel is very upset about people talking about the Masters food. And I think, he every year he says it's one of the dumbest traditions in sports, et cetera, et cetera. So somebody tweets him and says, well, someone's clearly never had a peach ice cream sandwich, which is what they feature there. And he said, I have. It's good. Is it a top 20 ice cream sandwich? No. And I retweeted that and I go, I would very much like to.
Response.
He was so mad about it. I would very much like to see a top 20 ice cream sandwich list. Could you think? I can think of about 4 or 5.
There's Chipwiches.
Yep. There's
and
it's
and Klondike bars.
Nah, that's not an ice cream sandwich.
Does that not count?
No.
There's the one I like with the kind of the soft chocolate cookie that you get from the ice cream man truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Oreo ones.
Oreo ones, the cookies and cream.
Oreo ones.
Maybe there are 20, but he was very upset. And I think the peach ice cream sandwich from the Masters, I've never had it. Obviously, I'd love to go somewhere and eat. I mean, I saw a guy tweet him back and was like, buddy, I went to the Masters last year. I had 4 pimento cheese sandwiches, 6 chicken salad sandwiches, 4 beers, 2 Arnold Palmers, and an ice cream sandwich cost me like $40. And I go, that's what people talk about, the old antiquated prices of this incredible golf course food. I think it's fascinating.
Experience it myself, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I've also heard the very valid point that Masters tickets are insanely expensive. The merchandise is insanely expensive. You are not getting out of there without spending an absolute fortune.
Well, so
congratulations that they don't also get you on the food prices.
well, okay, like you say that kind of snarkily. Everybody, like you go to a Super Bowl, they're not like nachos are only $1 here at the Super Bowl. They're $4.
Right. No, you're right.
Everywhere we go in this country, we get gouged. Everywhere. They're like, we got you a concert. Go to a concert and be like, I want a Pepsi and some popcorn as I suffer through this opener. It's $40, right? But you spend a fortune to get in that concert. You spend a fortune to go to a game.
Do we think is it possible that the golf world maybe puts the Masters food on a pedestal just because of the price? That doesn't make it
100%
appealing or delicious. Quite frankly, a pimento cheese sandwich, I know they're great. You haven't had one. It sounds disgusting.
Well, if you don't like pimento cheese, but I heard the chicken salad is
that sounds disgusting too.
Bring you to your knees if you like chicken salad, which I do.
Walking around a hot golf course with a chicken salad and a pimento cheese sandwich sounds absolutely disgusting. I thought Darren Ravel made a good point about the mint julep too.
Yeah, the mint julep is the worst drink.
You're like, we get it. You're at the Kentucky Derby.
I have never had a worse cocktail in my life than the mint julep. Ever. Never.
Like, I think it's weird that he decided to make this such a sticking point on social media. Like, he's really passionate about it.
He's very passionate.
But
I love
disagree.
I love talking about it every single year. I never get tired of it. I never get tired of the Masters menu. I think it's riveting to me and Ben certainly. But the mint julep it's beyond fun.
No, what do you never had this one at the Kentucky Derby? We get it.
I went to Coachella years and years ago. And there's a band called Them Crooked Vultures. It's Dave Grohl, Josh Homme from Queens, and it's John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin. And they were playing, and I was dying to go. And my boss at the time, who I love so much, Garrett, talk like this. Hey, how are you, Woodsy? You want a mint julep? He made us like 40 minutes late because hang on, I've got to make everybody mint juleps. I'm like, can we just get to the concert? So he and the mint julep, and I took a drink of it. I go, that's hideous. It's hideous. I waited 40 minutes and missed their set for this drink. So I think maybe I have a personal problem with the mint julep. But let's do some doo-doo this.
Okay. DD mega doo-doo.
Paulie had the story yesterday in the Reindl Report. I love the All the Smoke podcast. It's with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. They have they talk basketball. They talk everything, man. They have really good guests on there. But now they've gotten into baseball. And they're going to get some baseball guests and have an offshoot of All the Smoke. It's going to be their baseball edition. And they kicked it off with the great Eric Davis, who is he's a special advisor. He's pretty high up, actually, in the Reds organization. He was on for about an hour and a half. And I listened to the whole thing yesterday. I was riveted.
You and I pulled just this clip. It's like a minute 15.
Yeah.
We pulled just that clip today, and I'm like, I will 100%. I think it's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's an hour and 40.
I will watch that. I will have the whole thing playing today while I'm working.
I made it while I was cooking dinner. I will listen to it when I was cooking dinner last night. And this jumped off the page at me when they asked him about the late, great Tony Gwynn. This is great.
Tony Gwynn came up in the same time. Any stories with Tony Gwynn?
Yeah, he was called me the batting title in rookie ball.
He did what?
He called me the batting title in rookie ball.
What happened?
Still remember that? What? Man, he was hitting like 330. Man, I was hitting like 320 something, and he went from rookie ball to double A.
That's a jump.
And he was legit, bro.
Yeah.
Man, he could hit the ball wherever he wanted to when he felt like.
My daddy told me he could also run back in the day too.
He was a point guard too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some tremendous.
Where'd he go? San Diego State?
Yeah. San Diego State.
Mm-hmm.
Out of Long Beach Poly.
Mm-hmm.
So he was tremendous in anything that he wanted to do. He could steal bets. He could have hit 30 homers if he wanted to. But he just didn't want to. He loved to play cat and mouse with the pitchers and you gonna play right there? I'm gonna hit it over here.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna play me over there? I'm gonna hit it over here.
Mm-hmm.
But as a right-hand hitter, we don't get a chance to win too many batting titles in any league. And he left too. Man, I've been mad at him ever since. I used to tell every time I went to San Diego, I'm gonna run your ass into that wall for winning my batting title. You know what I'm saying? But he was phenomenal.
I loved it. I'm going to run your ass into that wall for winning my minor league batting title, taking it away from me, Eric Davis. He was so good. He talked about the crazy stories of their owner, Marge Schott. I mean, the things that came out of her mouth. If you're our age, Benny, you remember the feared Eric Davis, what a stud he was. Played through an immense amount of pain, tore his kidney in the World Series. In the World Series. The GM at the time, they tell the story. The GM goes, he makes $3 million a year. He can get his own plane. I mean, it was gnarly. Just some gnarly stories. Talks about growing up in LA, some really rough neighborhoods, being a baseball player, basketball, football, all of it, how important it is for kids. I can't recommend this thing enough. And I love the Tony Gwynn mention so much. And it is called All the Smoke. And
ATS Dugout is like the baseball break off from them, but yeah, All the Smoke Productions,
and
check it out.
You know, we talked about it yesterday. Nick Swisher is insane. He's insane.
He's a crazy person.
He is a crazy, and you hear his voice, and you're like, wow, he's hyped up. Then you see him on the podcast, and you're like, holy smoke! But they crushed it. It's so good. Check it out at your leisure.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Didn't you just did a do this?
I
didn't
did.
You?
Yes, I totally do this. I will add that it's so funny how much we enjoy hearing someone else talk about someone that we appreciate.
Yeah.
Because we knew all those things about Tony Gwynn. They were amazed. Oh yeah, he was a point guard. Where'd he go? San Diego State. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But we're listening to all this, enjoying someone else appreciate someone that we've appreciated for so long. And it's very satisfying to hear someone like Eric Davis, who, you're right, childhood, that's one of the names I think of as players who would come in and I get to see play against the Padres, like Eric Davis or Dale Murphy or, some of those National League guys, because they were in the National League West way back when. The Reds and the Braves would both come in a bunch in the NL West. And just to hear him share stories, because I've heard lots of people share Tony Gwynn stories.
Sure.
I don't remember ever hearing Eric Davis talk about Tony Gwynn before. That was kind of cool.
And it also goes to show you the long memory of the baseball player. That's like, you stole my minor league batting title. I'm going to run your ass in. Like, I'm going to hit it off the wall, so you have to run into the wall. I'm going to put you in the wall.
8182.
Yeah.
So we're talking like 45 years ago.
He's still mad about it, dude. It's so good. But yeah, I thought you guys would enjoy that.
The World Baseball Classic was spectacular, but could we make it a little bit better? We will talk about what the future may have in store for the tournament when we come back with more Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
We are back. Ben and Woods going until 10 o'clock this morning. Well, you guys are going until 10 o'clock. I'm going on vacation.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be one of your...
I'm glad you finally admitted it.
Thank you. It is going to be one of your favorite days of watching basketball, eating, and just relaxing. And you deserve it. You deserve that kind of vacation after getting probed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see?
No.
Did you see the colonoscope or ever? Or
No.
Do they keep it like they don't want to show it to
No, they give you your whatever shot or gas or whatever it was. I don't remember. And then you're out, buddy. And then you wake up and you are feeling fantastic and you are ready to party. Be the best day you've had in a long time.
Are you sure?
I
Because
swear to
me
God.
And how I react to Tylenol, that something stronger. I might have too much of a reaction.
Maybe. I mean, there's a decent chance you vomit in my car, and you wouldn't be the first person to do it. Both of my kids have done it, but I'm a little bit nervous about that. I wouldn't get the salami and heavy onions. I would go, when we go get your sandwich and stuff. I think
turkey provolone.
Turkey provolone, call it a day.
It's a very short drive. That's at least we don't have to get in a long car trip.
That's
It's
true.
Just down the street.
But you won't feel like you're not like, oh God, like I'm sore. You won't feel that. You're good.
You'll feel good.
You feel great.
I'm just glad. Within 3 hours, I'll be all done.
Well, and the thing is like I would if I could talk to the doctor, I'd say, look, whatever you give the normal person, give him a quarter less. That's all you need. Save your gas or save your shot or whatever it is. He doesn't need all of that because I think it will affect you. I think you're going to have a really, really nice day,
They're
buddy.
talking in the chat about it. I am so, because I've read this as well, that you are actually not out, but you will not remember any of it.
So that to me is out. I'm out. Like if I don't
You're
remember
not physically like asleep out.
But if someone was there with you, they could talk to you and they would know that you're awake and you're there.
Yeah.
Really?
Like I sort of want to remember a little bit. I
You don't.
I don't like the idea of not remembering something of my own life. Like I was awake for something and I don't remember it at all.
Oh, so you've never blacked out before?
I don't think so. No.
It's a scary feeling the next morning.
Maybe the worst feeling of your life. It's amazed that anybody ever does it more than once.
Yeah.
And not 7,000 times.
To hear like the stories of how stupid you were acting.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're
no
like,
credit card, no wallet.
You're like, I don't remember. They're like, the last thing I remember was
you stumbling out and, eating a hot dog on the street.
The last thing I always remember is just going to bed.
Right.
Because
you're
I
lucky.
Get tired and it's like, I'm just done. I'm just going to sleep.
So you've never woken up in somebody's yard or anything?
No, I've never where am I? I've never had I don't remember how I got here sort of moment. And it freaks me out to think about it. Like, when will I start remembering again? I don't know.
Yeah, I think, but I'll get you all dialed. You'll be good.
All right.
I'll take good care of my big guy.
All right, let's check traffic and then ask the question, is there a way we can make the WBC even better? I don't know. It was pretty darn good this time around. Can we make it even better next time? We'll talk about that coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Just a couple things to mention here. Looks like a big rig had a blowout southbound side of the 805 before Imperial. It's over the right shoulder, but watch out for that large tire tread in the slow lane. Accident has cleared on the Bonita off-ramp south 805 and got this collision at the clearing stage on northbound 5 right before E Street. That is in the center divide. San Diego drivers, keep moving with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Their expert technicians help keep your vehicle and everyone in it safe and road ready. Stay in your car, no appointment needed. Save at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. I always say don't mess with a good thing, and the WBC was definitely a good thing. Lots of exciting baseball. TV ratings were off the charts. I saw the game between the United States and the Dominican Republic had more viewers than the All-Star game last year, which, that's got to be a huge win for baseball.
Yeah.
To have that kind of television ratings for an event in March that's not even in their season. So they're doing something right with the WBC. But Paulie asked the question yesterday, and we wanted to kind of bounce it around today. Are there things that they could still do to make the WBC even better?
Do you remember the other day when I lost on a television category in Take on Woods, and then I came back with a suggestion that, hey, maybe it just goes off the board, and then we play music, play movies, then that goes off the board, then we reset. And you guys called me a sore loser. I'm not saying that that's the reason for your question here, Paulie, but are we now changing it because the U.S. never wins this thing?
Absolutely not. I was rooting for Venezuela.
All right, fair enough. That's fair. It's a fair point. Is the consternation from U.S. players about, it would be better. Tarek Skubal was a big proponent, I bet he was, of moving it to mid-season and just taking maybe a little bit longer All-Star break. Jason Stark was really, he's kind of at the forefront of leading this charge, and his idea is pretty good.
It had nothing to do with results.
Okay.
It was
right.
The only results-based thing was ABS next time.
ABS
100%
next time for sure. Absolutely.
No game of any meaning should end because of that BS.
Tarek said, I think what needs to change is the timing because it's tough on all the starters, not just myself included. If you want the best players playing and not risking health, I think it's mid-season. I will say this, though. You see, it's obviously a huge honor to get invited to the All-Star game and play in it. It's huge for these guys, but that's also their vacation, right? Like that's their 81 games or roughly. You've played, you're beat. You're beat. Your hammies are tight. Your quads are sore. Your arm is killing you, whatever. And you get 5-6 days to shut it down. Now, listen to Jason Stark's new baseball week in America if you moved it to midseason. So on Saturday, you would have the MLB draft. Great. On Sunday, the Futures game. Great. On Monday, most guys still getting a rest because you do the home run derby.
Mm-hmm.
Then on Tuesday, you play the actual All-Star game. But here's where it gets interesting. They would do pool play in March. So nothing changes there. They do the pool play. You send 20 teams to 4 sites around the world. They play until just 8 teams survive in advance. Nothing's changed. Get to that All-Star break. Then on that Wednesday after the All-Star game, you play the Elite Eight doubleheader. Then on Thursday, in another Elite Eight doubleheader. Friday would be your semifinal doubleheader, and Saturday or Sunday would be the championship game. But now you're asking, look at the bullpen, right? Let's say you pitch in the All-Star game. Pitch an inning. Then Wednesday you have your double.
No All-Star game that year.
No, you got to have the All-Star game.
Every 3 years, no All-Star game. Why do you have to have an All-Star game?
Every 3 years, fine, no All-Star game. But you can be designated an All-Star. I don't know. I kind of like the All-Star game. But again, you're a reliever. You're Mason Miller, and you pitch an inning on Tuesday. Then you have a game Wednesday, and then you have a game Friday. Then you have a game Saturday or Sunday. I guess build in some days off there, and then just give the players a longer break. Everybody takes a longer break during every 3 years. I think that could work.
I saw the same suggestion. I was very intrigued because I think it solves a lot of the issues in terms of determining a good champion at the end and having players. But what if you played the pool play in March and the quarterfinals? So you end up determining the Final Four in March, and then the Final Four just comes back and plays like Thursday, Saturday.
Could do that.
And that way you could play the All-Star game and still have days off for the pitchers. You wouldn't have as many players left, but I think, and it would be an honor. Like, hey, we're playing to get to the Final Four. So you feel like you're playing for something in March, because if you're just playing pool play, then everyone's like, well, of course the U.S. and the DR are going to advance out of pool play. No one's going to really care. But if you play the quarterfinals in March, there's some stakes. They've all lost in the quarterfinals, I think, before, at least once. Maybe the U.S. hasn't, but everybody else has lost at some point in the quarterfinals. Yep. So you'd have a giant game, and then kind of like college basketball, you'd come back for a big, giant Final Four, 3 games, but the semifinals and the finals, and that's it in that week of the All-Star break. Now, players would be in different form. You might have
different players
that aren't hurt or had good first halves. That can you include them on the team after they had a great first half of the season, even though they weren't part of pool play? There would still be a lot of questions about that, but I see some intrigue and some validity to the idea that's being thrown.
I've always said midseason is better because everyone's built up. It's going to feel like real baseball. There's not going to be a lot of pitch limits and teams saying this guy can't go today, guy can go today.
Yes,
there will. I think there will be.
But it's also like the World Cup they don't do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if they want this to be the crown jewel of global baseball, like, let's make it real baseball. I also think it should be a 3-game series for a championship and not one game. Baseball's never been one game. It's never going to be one game. It comes down to game 7 or game 5 all the time. But baseball's always made of series. Why wouldn't the championship be a series?
Because it's a tournament. It's a tournament. And
tournaments have series all the time.
But like the NCAAs, you're not going to play half of it now, half of it later. I like the idea of I thought that it was flawless, but if the pitchers are the ones that are like, hey man, this is detrimental, or I'm chasing a big contract, I completely understand that and side with them.
Don't play,
I guess.
I also think when Paulie said it'd be more like baseball, you're never going to have a team that's going to be okay with their ace going 7 innings for someone else in July.
And
it might be okay with them going 3 or 4 like they are in March, but I don't think it's going to change the pitching equation that much. No one's going to want a starter to go deep into the game or have Dusty Baker, say, we can get 125 pitches out of him to win the World Baseball Classic. No chance there's not still going to be limitations and restrictions on a pitcher in the middle of the season.
And also for the crowd that's screaming, just push it back 2 weeks. All right, well, then you have to push back maybe the baseball season, or if you take a longer break for the All-Star game, you're playing games now in November in Chicago, Cincinnati, New York, wherever it may be. Not ideal. It's not ideal, but every 3 years, I think some sacrifice is necessary if they want to keep this thing going, and you'd be a fool not to, because for us too, like, it bridged that gap. Now we have a week left, basically, of until real baseball comes back. How nice was it to be able to go home and be like, dude, I'm all in on this Italy team. I got to watch this game, and the whole world watched. The ratings were huge. It was brilliant, I thought, and I loved having it. I mean, For our job, we need it. But as a baseball fan, you also need it too.
We've made a lot of counterpoints to every point about this, and I think that's all coming with a very American mindset, because I guarantee you, if you ask any of the Dominican players or the Team Mexico or Venezuela, hey, would you be interested? It might take a couple more weeks or so. They'd be like, I don't care.
I don't care.
I want that 100%. So maybe we should take that into consideration too.
It's imperfect, and I think it's okay that it's imperfect. I do. I think it's fine. Be more comfortable with being imperfect.
And how much does this change if the Olympics gets professional baseball players as well?
Yep.
Got 2 hours to go. More Ben and Woods coming up next year on The Fan.
Oh, boy. Halfway home on a Thursday, Ben and Woods, 97.3, The Fan.
You good?
We'll see. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reinl. He's executive producer of the program. Ben Higgins, live from his home studio in his bed. He's got a colonoscopy today, leaving in just a little bit. To take care of that, I'll pick him up. I just got a text from my 8-year-old.
Uh-oh.
And he said, well, he's got a watch, and he could text from it. He said, Dad, Mom destroyed our cards. And I go, what? What's that? I said, how? He said, yes. I said, which cards? He goes, the pile on your desk. I'll tell you after school. I said, oh, okay. Texted my wife, everything okay? I'm sweating now, bullets. She said, everything's fine.
In some sort of fit of anger, they just got destroyed?
No. She said, I went to get a ball under our desk, and Bo's backpack knocked the entire box of cards everywhere, and they all cascaded down in between the desk crevices everywhere. You need to find a better storage solution or something. Now,
I love that you're like, cool. So I'm at work.
Yeah.
I had my cards in a box on my desk.
Correct.
And it's my fault.
And I didn't knock anything over. I think if it's the pile that I think it is, it's not ideal. That was my pile to send off to get graded and stuff. So, it is what it is.
How bad? Like a 10, it's now an 8, 9.
I don't know. I haven't seen the damage. Are some missing now? It sounds like they are. But immediately my fault. I'm nowhere near the scene of the crime at all. But here's the thing. They're leaving this weekend to go to Colorado on Saturday. And I have the whole place to myself from Saturday until Monday evening. So what do you think I was going to do all weekend? I was going to play with my baseball cards. And one of the things that was on my agenda was to organize and get it a lot more dialed in.
Stroganoff.
Funny you mentioned that. I can't, because I go in on Tuesday to the office to deliver, and freeze.
You're on lockdown right now.
I have to go 48 hours being quote unquote celibate.
So the house to yourself.
House to myself. Everyone's gone
weekend.
the whole weekend.
And you
can't.
Not once.
She always finds a way to get me somehow. Hey, enjoy your time alone at home. I was just going to organize my cards and play with them and get them all ready and get a new spot for them and clean up in there. I will submit that it has gotten a little bit out of control. I will submit that. I will wear that. I was going to this weekend while everyone was gone, because I can't do the other things I like to do. I was going to just organize everything and get it just dialed in beautifully. Looks like the first step has already been taken for me. And now I'm in the doghouse for doing nothing except simply breathing. She said, and get rid of some. It's too much. I knew this.
Tell you what, Uncle Paulie will hold on to him for you.
I don't know what to do now.
Great office with a lot of space for him.
She's infuriated with me for this dumb new hobby of mine. She's infuriated.
But you knew that was going to happen.
I did.
You went into it knowing that was the end result.
Knowing it wasn't going to work.
I'd also like to know more about Bo's watch. Is it voice to text, or does he have to scribble on the?
It's voice to text.
Okay, because when you said he texted you from your phone or from his watch, I was like, that's going to take forever. But I kind of like voice to watch because I'm assuming Hannah could hear him.
Oh yeah,
every time.
Dad,
hey Dad, Mom dropped all our stupid baseball cards.
Yes, destroyed our cards.
It's very James Bond technology.
It is.
To have on your 8-year-old's wrist.
Fair question to ask. Will she reimburse me for any damage that has happened?
Well, some people
then
do
you'd
get
have to
insurance for their baseball card collections. You're probably not that far away. You're going to have to.
If you ask for reimbursement, though, you're going to have to tell her how much you've spent. And I'm assuming she doesn't really fully know the extent of.
We don't.
how much you've spent on cards.
You don't have to talk about everything to have a successful
I'm
marriage.
just saying, if you want reimbursement,
maybe I just take this as a loss.
You might need to take the L.
Just take the L on it.
If she's already very much on the fence about this even being a hobby of yours, I would probably just take the L.
Joshua says, just tell her to calm down. It'll be fine. Yeah, okay, that's really good advice. Babe, just calm down. I'll get it all handled. Huh.
Like if my wife ruined a card, even on accident, and it was a very expensive, and I was like, baby, I spent $1,000. She'd be like, excuse me. I'd be like, oh, never mind. Just kidding.
Slits your throat.
That card's not that important. Don't worry about it. I paid like $5 for it.
She gives you a Colombian necktie for spending that. I would never spend that much on a single card. I don't think.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. We get a little breaking Padres.
Oh,
news
what do we
here.
got?
I just saw it in our chat, and I've confirmed it from Kevin Acey of the Union Tribune.
Oh boy,
that Padres have agreed on a contract extension.
Come on.
With Mark Grant.
What? Yes. I was hoping for Adrian Morejon, but I will take this one right now.
Absolutely. This is a win. I'm taking it as a win.
Kimmy has the best signing of the offseason.
Mark Grant has been a fan favorite over his 3 decades in the booth in San Diego. He brings humor, passion, and insight to every broadcast. His chemistry and genuine friendship with Don Orsillo have made Padres games must-watch television, reflecting a partnership built on laughter and a shared love for the game. Together, they've earned recognition as the #1 broadcast tandem in baseball. We're excited to extend Mark's role with our organization for years to come.
Mudley,
like the AJ Preller unnamed number of years extension, but congratulations to Mudley on his new contract extension.
That was awesome. Best in the game. Those two. Period. The end. I am so happy that anytime somebody's up for a contract, it makes you a little nervous. So the fact that they got Mudley locked down,
it makes me so happy.
It makes me so happy. And
take a listen.
He is a fixture and a staple. So I couldn't be happier, Benjamin. That's great. It's a great way to break in and do some breaking news this morning. I will text Mudley as soon as we go to break. Tell them congratulations. It's so good. Saw them all out to dinner last night. The production crew, Mary Lou's and Bob Scanlon, Eric Meyer, everyone having a nice dinner out in Peoria, getting ready to get this thing cranked for the year. And to know that your booth is locked down. Donnie signed his extension last year, and now Mudley's got his. All is right in the world. I think there's just one more to go. One more extension to go.
Adrian Morejon, of course, right?
Sign them separately or together, or what are we going to do?
Well, I meant one collective, but
all right, good.
Yeah.
Some Ben and Woods news for you. We just got some news coming up later in the program after I'm gone, unfortunately, but at 9:35, right before he starts calling the NCAA tournament here in San Diego tomorrow. Kevin Harlan, our good friend and great play-by-play broadcaster, is going to join us. He's been calling games, I believe, on CBS.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the big network games in San Diego. I think they actually move each game around on different networks, but he's got at least one or two of them on big CBS, and he'll be calling games at Viejas Arena. But before that, he will join Woods and Paul in our final segment of the show today.
I'm bummed that you're going to miss Katie Wu and Kevin Harlan, but I'm glad that they're coming on, two of our favorite people. And Kevin Harlan, I mean, how many games is he calling today?
Tomorrow.
None
4.
today.
Sorry,
4 tomorrow, though. 4 basketball games.
No chance.
Huge, massive games with huge audiences on CBS.
How does one call 4 games? Is that standard?
8 different teams. It's not easy.
I mean, like your schedule during the season as a broadcaster, let's call it games on Tuesday, and then you got games on Saturday. Like you have a few days, on their flight over and all that to, get some notes together and prepare for those broadcasts. These are 4 in a day, and you're just going one, you got a 20-minute break, and you go right into the next.
Ben's leaving for like an hour today, and it was part of the reason it spun me out and kept me awake last night. I can't imagine the preparation and the spinning out that I would do if I had 4 basketball games to call the next day. So holy smokes, man. I'm excited to talk to Kevin, one of the most iconic broadcasting voices ever. And another one, Mudley, just got his extension. So big day for the broadcast.
The year of the extension.
The year of the extension, 2026.
It makes me feel good that you need 2 of the best in the business in the 9 o'clock hour to replace me, and Katie Wu and Kevin Harlan. So
yeah, it's true. I did. I needed.
Makes me feel good.
I did.
Speaking of spinning out, a couple minutes here, and then we're going to play some real or fake coming up. So I mentioned yesterday that I'm on the liquid diet, and so I can have like sodas that are clear with sugar. And I thought, oh, this would be a nice chance to treat myself. So I went to the 7-Eleven across from Channel 10, and I got myself a big gulp full of Squirt, which is, my favorite clear soda. And It was so good that I decided later in the day, why don't I go get another one? I've just got clear liquids and I don't get to eat all day, so I might as well.
Yeah.
So I might as well get another one. So as I drive home, I pull into the 7-Eleven that's nearest to my house. You know the one here
I do.
in Encinitas.
Yep.
And I walk in, and it's just me in there. It's empty. Nobody's in the parking lot. Nobody's in the gas station. And the guy who runs the place behind the counter, he goes, "Hey," and I go, "Hey," and I walk back to the big gulp machine, and I get my cup out, and I look, and they don't have Squirt. In fact, they don't have any clear sodas that I would want. So
no Sprite.
Now I've got a dilemma. So now I don't want a fountain soda. So I kind of jam the cup back in, and then I start wandering around the store. Well, maybe I'll get a bottle of Squirt. I walk back to the refrigerator, and they have one bottle of Squirt left. 16-ounce bottle of cans or soda. They're asking $4.79 for it. And I am just like, there's no way I'm paying $5 for one.
Is that what a bottled soda is these days? $5?
At the 7-Eleven that I was at, that's what they were asking. And I got, that's insane. But then I start looking around. There's like red Gatorade. I can't have any of those. And then ultimately I just decide I'm not going to get anything. But now I've been in here for so long, I'm going to have to walk back past the guy.
You got to buy something,
without
dude.
buying anything.
Get a pack of cigarettes or something. Do something.
And I'm thinking to myself, he's probably thinking you're stealing something.
You just shoplifted.
I think the worst thing possible that I can possibly think, which you know what it is, act natural.
Act natural.
You're walking out of the 7-Eleven.
Oh, no.
So I kind of nervously walk past him and I go, I didn't find what I wanted.
You didn't have to say anything.
I know I didn't have to say anything.
The guy's like, I don't care. I don't care what you do.
Beat it, weirdo.
Beat it. Yeah, walking around in here, you creep, fingering all the glasses and the cups and everything, putting them back, handling all the bottles.
All you're talking about is Squirt.
Your Squirt. All you want is Squirt. You pick up one bottle of Squirt, then you put it back.
Ben just walks in. Squirt. Where's the Squirt? You have Squirt?
I mean, yeah, you could have bought me a can of Zin, dude, while you were there.
I didn't think about that. That would have made actually more sense than what I did.
He texted his buddy and he goes, Chairman Mao just walked in here, picked up a big gulp cup, put it away. Then he grabbed a Squirt and put it away. You're never going to believe this. And now he's walking like a weird Sasquatch out of here.
He was in his boxers and a bathrobe. I think he's on TV. I'm not sure.
Looks familiar to me. I can't believe.
Why don't you just anything that I wanted?
Why don't you just wear it for $5? Like one time only. Like I want you to know I'm against this, but I'm going to wear it.
$5 for one bottled soda. There's just no way.
Is that really what it costs these days?
I was shocked. I was going. They'll do the 2 for $5 bit, and that's fine. Okay, I'll get 2 for $5, whatever. One for like $4.69 or whatever it was. I was almost incensed. I'm like, there can't be anyone who pays that much for sugar water. They can't be.
You do love you some Squirt, man. That is, not everybody has it. Not everybody has it. It's weird that they don't have a standard.
I like Squirt.
I know you do. You talk about it all the time.
If I was eating, I would have just
grabbed
one
of my favorites.
I would have grabbed some candy or some.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tempt myself that I couldn't have anything, so I've just walked out of there awkwardly after like 7 minutes. So like, I guess there's nothing here that I can possibly purchase from you.
Squirt.
Sorry.
Add it to the field, Paul.
No, it wasn't a 1 liter bottle. It was a 16 ounce normal bottle that you would find in a vending machine, and they were asking almost $5 for it. It's insane.
The question is moot set. The real story is the guy texting his friend saying, I think someone might finally buy the $5 squirt. And then he's like, nope, still couldn't get rid of it.
So close.
Still couldn't get rid of it. I did, for the record, text my wife to calm down, and she did not respond. So that's
dead, man.
Going well.
I'm sure she's now calming herself.
I'm sure.
Efficiently.
I'm sure. And no apology. If I knocked over a big stack of her items, I feel like I would apologize, and I wouldn't blame her. Built different, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it was obviously would have been her fault for leaving them out.
Right.
She did.
But I wouldn't. I would just apologize.
Do you want to play a little real or fake?
Yes,
on a Throwback
please.
Thursday?
Yes,
all right.
please.
Well, we need a contestant. If you want to call in now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. You'll have a chance to qualify for our Vegas getaway to the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, and a $150 resort credit. And then that will be my final segment of the show, and I will be off for the colonoscopy. And
fun
hopefully
vacation,
back
yes.
No worse for the wear tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. But real or fake coming up next after a check of traffic on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, today is the day. Unlimited basketball watching. What, you got 16 games? Absolutely incredible. Well, why not up the ante with little prize picks? You can set lineups while you're watching games. I'm sure I'm going to set 2 or 3 of them this afternoon when I get back from my procedure. You just pick stat projections, more or less on points, rebounds, assists, your favorite college basketball players. They are all in there. There are so many lineups you can set right now with prize picks and win up to 2,000 times your money. Now, I generally go for the smaller lineups. I like the smaller, more consistent wins, so I'll go 2 or 3 player lineups or even go with a flex play where you can pick 5 but only win 4, and that still counts as a victory in prize picks. That's called playing it the way you want to play it. Just make sure when you sign up and download the app that you use the code KWFN because you're going to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. That's $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup at Prize Picks. Yeah, today is the day to get it done, and we're just 1 week away from opening day. It's all coming up with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I love Radio Magic. I just got a text. I said, I can't believe you're at work today. I'm not. I'm literally in my bed right now. I will be leaving in about 10 minutes to head off to the colonoscopy. Woods and Paul will have Katie Wu and Kevin Harlan both on the show in the final hour. They will appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. But before I go, let's get to a Throwback Thursday game. It's time to play a little Real or Fake.
Some are here for the compelling sports talk with Ben and Woods. You can go plow through another donut. It's time for Real or Fake on 97.3 The Fan. Tell the people what they'll win today.
All this month in March, we are now playing for the qualifier for the trip to Las Vegas, the 2-night stay at the Fontainebleau, and a $150 resort credit. Right now, March is here. Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, the place to catch every game with high-energy watch parties, expansive screens, great food and drinks, exclusive room rates, all at FontainebleauLasVegas.com. Paulie, who is our contestant today?
Good question. I think we are going to go with, is this David?
Yeah, good morning.
David.
Good morning, David. Welcome to Real or Fake. Would you like to try to qualify for Las Vegas?
Absolutely.
All right, very simple game. You can even get Woods' help. All you have to do is separate the real from the fake. You get 4 out of 7 right. You are in the drawing. March, always a fun month for mascots. So I set out to find some of the most unusual, not college, but I went with high school mascots in the United States. Today on Real or Fake, I will give you a mascot. You tell me if it's real and currently being used at an American high school somewhere, or a fake I have made up for today's game. David, are you ready to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go with real or fake mascots. Round number 1. The Criminals. Real or fake?
Wow, that sounds like it should be fake, but I'm going to say it's going to say it's fake.
Say fake?
Come on.
Actually been there. Yuma High School, the Criminals, on our way over
Yuma
to
High
Arizona.
School. They're the
Criminals. In honor of
Criminals.
the penitentiary in Yuma. They were named the Criminals after the big state prison there. So
You don't
their high
have
school
to-
mascot are the Criminals.
You don't have to
And they have
honor
black and white striped uniforms.
everything. They do.
Yes, they do.
The Criminals.
The Crims. Yeah, they call them the Crims for short.
It's unbelievable.
All right. We're still got plenty to go. Let's go with round number 2. The Nimrods. Real or fake, David?
What do you think?
It's got to be fake, dude. There's no chance somebody's be like, I'm a Nimrod. Save that.
I know. I'll say fake.
Fake. Shut your pie hole.
God.
Shut up.
Watersmeet High School Township Nimrods of Michigan. Now, it's not an
Watersmeet?
insult. It's some sort of. I was looking it up. I can't remember what it is now, but it's not what you think it is. But their teams are named the Nimrods. All right, we're 0 for 2, David. Let's get you going,
man.
Round number 3, the Octopi. Real or fake?
These are hard.
What do you think, Woods?
I don't know. I can't get a read on him because he's not in front of me today.
I know.
I mean,
Octopi. Why not? True.
Real.
Yeah, I scoured. I don't think there is a single octopi as a mascot, although the Detroit Red Wings do throw them on the ice occasionally when they score a goal. All right, we need to get 4 in a row now. I didn't realize it was going to come down to this. All right, round number 4. The Marcos. Real or fake? The Marcos.
Marco?
Polo.
Marcos. Yeah.
What do you think, Woods?
I think real.
I think real too.
Marcos. Yes.
This one's a good story. The Marcos play at Polo High School in Polo, Illinois.
Got to do
Polo Marcos. And that was a student vote, I think, in 2013.
It's a good bit.
With
I love that bit.
Let's see if we can go to 2 here. Round number 5, David. The Pretzels. Real or fake? The Pretzels.
What do you think, Woods?
No idea. I mean, it's 50-50. I'm fake.
Yeah.
What was it?
I've been terrible today, so I wouldn't.
David, what's your answer?
I'm going to say it's phony.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Also
David.
I think I got
Illinois,
3
the
wrong for him.
Freeport High School, Illinois Pretzels. Apparently, it's a famous town of pretzel making. So, David, I am sorry. Can't qualify for Las Vegas, but we appreciate you playing today. Woods,
give me the
how
rest.
about the Fighting Conks?
Whoa. Real.
Yeah, Key West High School in Florida, the Fighting Conks. And
Fighting
the Dots.
Conks. The Dots?
The Dots.
Real.
Yeah.
Oh, now you get them all right.
Polka High School in
After
West
you
Virginia
lose it for David, now you don't miss.
are the Polka Dots in West Virginia.
Polka Dots.
Yeah, Polka High School in West
Another
Virginia.
good bit.
What
I
was
like
yours,
that.
Paulie?
We were the Highline High School Pirates.
Pirates. Okay, we were the
we were the
Mustangs, and I was a Mustang and a Trojan in high school. How about you, Benny?
I was a Falcon.
A Falcon. That makes sense. All right, buddy. Enjoy your probe.
Thank you very much.
I'll see
I
you
will give
in
you a full
2 hours.
Update. I'll give the tier 1s the full update tomorrow, but you'll see me in a couple hours. So thank you very much. Enjoy Katie Wu and Kevin Harlan, and we will talk to you all later. We'll take a quick time out. Paulie's got some Throwback Thursday clips, I believe, for you coming up next year with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
But first, let me tell you guys about the incredible official truck month at Sedano Ford and Lincoln. They're going bigger and better than ever before. Those are the hardest working trucks on the road, Ford trucks. They put together an incredible limited time deal on all of your favorite Ford trucks. Right now, they're offering the power of 3 with 0% financing, 0 due at signing, 0 payments for a full 90 days. Again, 0% APR, 0 due at signing, and no payments for 90 days. March is the perfect time to drive any of those trucks, but also, how about the new all-electric Ford Mustang Mach-E Select, just $399 a month, and Sedano Ford and Lincoln making premium luxury more affordable than ever. The new Lincoln Corsair plug-in hybrid is just $417 a month. They will get you in the car or truck of your dreams at Sedano Ford and Lincoln. These exclusive offers are only available right here at your local veteran-owned Sedano Ford and Lincoln in La Mesa. Let them know that your old buddy Woodsy sent you down there. They will take good care of you. I've got family members that have now bought 2 vehicles at Sedano Ford. I've heard from a lot of tier 1s. Great service, great prices, all of it. All the details can be found, of course, at SedanoFord.com. It's SedanoFord.com. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
It's 97.3, The Fan. Great to be here with all of you guys this morning. Benny has officially gone to get his colonoscopy. So men out there, women as well, you get to a certain age, it's time to get it done. Have no fear. Our Ben Higgins, who admitted yesterday he is very soft, that he handled this no problem. And actually,
he crushed it.
Strangely enough, I mean, again, I really expected him to be texting us like, oh, you were right. This is horrific. I had a horrific experience in the prep, and he hasn't so far. Again, lending credence to the fact that he might be a robot in human skin. He might be. If he's like, that was okay. Wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad. He's not I overblow things. He doesn't. He's an underseller, I think, and I'm an overseller. So I think that's why we've always worked well together.
I think in this situation, like if I was Ben, I would have wanted it the way you presented it. Like I think you freaked him out a little bit.
I think I did.
And I think you oversold it maybe a little, at least in his experience.
Do you think he was laying there at some point and he's like, I should be going more. I think he was probably domed out a little bit.
I think, and I don't think he did it intentionally, but I think you told him yesterday, like, yeah, it's about 40, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
For him, it's about an hour and 45 minutes, closer to 2 hours.
Yes.
And so that adds a little bit more, like
Stress.
that whole hour, you're like, okay, like, did I get a wrong batch or something?
Did I get it? Is it bunk? Did mine not work? Did I get some bad acid? What's happening? It's not working right now. I don't know what to do, but no, he's off to get his colonoscopy, and we're gonna have a great last hour and a half of the show, hour and 20 minutes of the program. Katie Wu, who I get it, she writes for the Athletic about the Dodgers, but we always have fun with Katie Wu. I don't even know that we'll even talk baseball with Katie Wu.
She was at the World Baseball Classic.
She was at the WBC.
Probably talk to her about that.
Yeah, we don't have to talk.
Other than that,
we don't have to talk about the Dodgers. That's fine.
No,
they're leading the Cactus League, the fewest number of losses. Right. I mean, we all kind of expect the Dodgers to get off to a good, strong start and win a lot of ball games this year. I don't think that's a secret to anyone. But we'll talk to her at 9. And then the great Kevin Harlan jumping on with us at 9:30.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long time since we've talked to Kevin. He's got a lot of work to do here in San Diego as the March Madness going on down at Viejas, Paulie. And you're going tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got a weekend pass. I will probably be there a little bit tomorrow. I honestly, I've been so busy this week with other stuff, getting ready for next week. I haven't even looked at the schedule. I don't know what time, who's playing. So I'm going to figure it out. Luckily, I don't live that far from Viejas Arena. And if you have it won't be that bad for me to kind of probably shuttle. I might go to like an early game tomorrow, come home for a few hours, and then go back and catch another one. And I got some friends that'll be there throughout the weekend as well. Sunday looks like it'll be a good matchup. Like Arizona plays tomorrow, the 1 versus the 16. Is that necessary for me to go out there for that one? Probably not.
Kind of cool, though.
It's cool to see a one seed
dominate,
but they're also going to play again on Sunday, assuming they win. I'm like, do I need to be there for the 40-point blowout win over a 16 seed?
Yeah,
probably not. But I want to see St. John. I want to see Kansas, and then a lot of those teams will match up again with better matchups on Sunday. So.
D. Smith, I was texting with him this morning. He'll be joining us tomorrow on the program, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. But he was texting me videos and pictures. He was in at the Toluca SDFC match last night. I was watching his
Instagram. Like, I was checking every hour to see if there was a new story.
And he'll fill us in on all of it tomorrow. But he goes, it was one of the sickest environments I've ever been to. I said, it looked incredible. And he said, was top 3 for me all time. And I said, now you got St. John's. He goes, yep, tomorrow. So elite sports watching for D. Smith. I know that result up there or out there in Toluca didn't work. It wasn't exactly what he wanted, but hopefully St. John's can get him a victory. And in person, getting to go see your alma mater is pretty cool. So he'll be there as well. He'll fill us in on all of that tomorrow. I have also been informed that we potentially
we're not even
save it.
We don't want to jinx it.
Okay. All right. Somebody you guys know and love very much could be joining the program tomorrow as well.
What else do we have for tomorrow?
D. Smith and
I think we're gonna unveil, if we get everything lined up and ready, we're gonna unveil the field.
Oh yeah,
for our tournament of drops, our 7th annual tournament of drops. We're gonna start it next week.
Yep.
But if I can get, I got to get the field together. Now Ben's gonna feel okay, right? Today, like he's gonna be normal-ish.
He'll be normal-ish.
Like I won't be out of line to give him some homework.
Is it seeding the tournament?
It's what he does every year. He's bracketologist Ben.
He is so good.
He likes to do it too. It's not like he's suffering through this. He enjoys because he explains it to us. He'll text us and be like, "So what do you think about this drop versus this Woods drop?" I'm like, "I don't care.
We don't care.
Just put a number next to it.
Seed it. Put a number next to it. Let's move on."
Yeah.
But
so I was going to give him that duty.
Yes.
Pun intended.
Yes.
He was going to get that to do today, and then once he turns that around and sends it back to me, we can get it ready for tomorrow.
All right, good. And then we'll get you guys the field tomorrow. Right now, we've got some Throwback Thursday. Paulie, what do we have today?
Let's get to that right after, of course, Woods.
A check of traffic. Yes, of course.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Hamul Casino. Still a few problems out here, guys. One of them is this collision on westbound King Freeway just before the 5. Looks like those vehicles are over to the right shoulder, but fire crews have got that right lane blocked. Also, reports of a possible encampment or brush fire north down 163 near the 5. Some smoke visible from the right shoulder. Westbound 8, right before Rosecrans, we have reports of a stalled vehicle not showing if lanes are blocked, and some sort of debris reported on the Poway Road off-ramp, southbound 15. Hey player, the all-new Hamul Casino Resort is all for you. Enjoy a super luxe hotel experience, a super secret speakeasy, an indulgent spa, and an epic rooftop pool. Book your experience at HamulCasino.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Thank you, Kelly Danick. Paulie, what do we have today for Throwback Thursday?
This is one of my favorite throwbacks that we get to do. I like when we get a Throwback Thursday clip from whenever it was in Ben and Woods history, but when we can get the origin of a drop.
Yeah, the origin story.
The origin story of a drop. So I'm pulling it up here.
2020 looks like.
This was 6 years ago yesterday. Wow. should I play the drop first or play the clip and let everyone figure out when they can recognize the drop? I believe it was in the Reinder Report 6 years ago yesterday. I don't remember exactly how we got on the topic of this particular food item, but here's our clip, Throwback Thursday.
I don't know exactly how to spell stroganoff, so that's going to be hard to get to the website, unfortunately.
STROGANOFF.
Not ONOFF. Stroganoff.
I think it's Stroganoff.
Stroganoff.
How you doing?
Romanov.
Yeah, Stroganoff.
Stroganoff. 2 F's, 1 F.
Save that.
2 F's.
Paul.
Do it again.
2 F's, 1 F.
Just do this whole word.
Stroganoff. There it is.
Moving on.
Is that in the tournament next year?
100%.
Stroganoff.
I love it.
Now, hang on. You're getting ahead of yourself. You got to listen for this because Ben, at this point, I remember this part. He doesn't understand why we're laughing.
No idea.
He still doesn't know why we're laughing, and you're gonna hear it click in his brain.
All right, moving on.
Is that in the tournament next year?
100%.
Stroganoff.
There, just hit him. Ladies and gentlemen, it literally just hit him. Yeah, it just kicked in.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he had no idea.
One of my favorite dishes growing up. My mom used to make it all the time.
Fantastic.
Loved it.
One of my favorites to this day. To this day, one of my favorite dishes. That is as spectacular as it gets. One more time with the drop.
Just the drop.
Yeah.
Stroganoff.
It's just perfect. Everything he says is
Stroganoff.
It's
2 F's,
so
1
good.
F.
Save that.
2 F's.
Paul. Everything he says is so good and so funny. I did get an update of my wife who just told me that I should go back to sports betting instead.
Baseball cards?
Yeah, she asked me. I played the not the ponies, but I played the games a lot last few years. She watched this special on 60 Minutes or something and came to me, sat down at the desk and was very serious about this. And it was about the influx of sports betting on children and kids. And I go, all right. And she said, I don't want it normalized in here. And I don't want it. I think you should not do it anymore. Just like a concerned spouse would come to you and say, you need to put the cigarettes down. You know what I mean? Whatever. So I listened to her and I go, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't want that for them. And so I quit. I quit cold turkey. Had no problem doing it. Don't miss it even a little. I barely ever think about it, Paulie. This is, I'll say it. It's a slight replacement for that, but it's different to me because what doesn't happen is like I get something back for my money. I get something back if I spend money, I get something back.
Sure.
I don't have to send somebody $300, right? Like, I mean, and it goes away.
A meth addict also gets something for the money that they spend, but I get it.
Goods for services. Okay. And they always make this point. They say card collecting equals gambling, though. I don't feel like I'm gambling. I feel like I'm collecting cards. Are
you collecting cards with the hope that
someday
the player
to sell
will
them?
have a good career and you can sell it? Then, I mean, you're gambling on that player's talent and the career that he has. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It is what it is.
I have a lot of cards that I want to keep for myself, my kids, so that one day they can have them. Right? Is that gambling? I don't know.
A form of gambling.
All right.
Just like fantasy football is a form of gambling.
Is collecting vinyl, is that gambling too? Because I buy records and collect those. Is that gambling? Am I gambling on vinyl?
If you really wanted to break it down, I guess you could be. If your purpose is that those are going to appreciate in value and you can flip them and sell them, then you're gambling on the band's success.
It's interesting.
Right? Because if they're crappy and nobody listens to them, nobody's going to want to buy the album. It's not going to be worth anything.
I mean, look,
I think you're splitting hairs at that point.
I think so too. But I do
like filling out a March Madness bracket. If there's money involved, it's technically gambling. But it was interesting because the news broke this morning about Major League Baseball, and it's new. They have a new partnership, Paulie, and
I think, look, everybody will justify everything to fit their narrative, right? So they have agreed. I'm going to pull it up right now. They have agreed to a deal with Polymarket.
Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball. Rob Manfred signed off on this. Major League Baseball names Polymarket its official prediction market exchange. Will share info with the Federal Commission regulating the industry. A lot of people are upset about it, certainly. I mean, there's a great tweet from a guy named Jake O'Donnell. He says, the enduring legacy of Rob Manfred will be that he sold out the greatest sport ever created for every last dollar he could squeeze out of every entity, no matter how shady, to make his already rich owners even more rich. That's what he'll leave behind. I can't say that he's wrong. Scott Lewis from Voice of San Diego, guy we love and respect very much. He says, obviously they already got into bed with new gambling, but nothing good comes from more. I'm unfamiliar with how Polymarket and Kalshi and things like that work.
I am as well. I don't have any of those apps. I've gambled on other stuff, but I have not messed with the big apps, at least, the Polymarket, any of that stuff. I don't know much about it. I just know that it's so easily accessible, and it falls under that same logic that was in that John Oliver clip for sports gambling. It's just it's so easily available. They get around a lot of regulations against gambling. Like, it's not, sports betting's not legal in California,
right?
But they call it trading, and the market. You're trading, you're trading money essentially, in hoping that based on the results of something that happens in real life, you could make more money. Like, it's gambling. They're just calling it trading. So I think they get around it a lot in that regard. And then there's just, you can gamble on like anything from what I've been told. Like, you can literally gamble on like, will the temperature in San Diego reach
89
higher
degrees,
than 84 degrees? Yes or no. And you can bet on that. And it doesn't sound as like, it sounds harmless, I guess, at face value, but think about kids that have access to these apps. They can spend so much money. It's so easy. I mean, dude, even as an adult, it's easy to get in the zone and just, you start spending money, you're having fun. You get a little bit of a rush, a little dopamine rush. I get it. I don't know what MLB was doing here. I don't know what their hope is for all of this.
They're maximizing,
make more money.
They're making more money. That's what it is.
But
And
like, what are they saying? Like, outwardly, like, how is this good for them? Like, I haven't read did they have a press release or anything?
I haven't seen a press release. I did see an article about it from Front Office Sports. I don't understand a lot of it. I've never played around with the apps. I'm not going to because that's a slippery slope, I think.
Yeah, people in the chat are saying like these Kalshi apps and stuff. Like, you can gamble on like war.
Yeah,
like
that's no good.
real life stuff, elections and all this stuff that we joke about, like, the Super Bowl prop bets and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that, but for real life things, and it's weird. It's very weird.
It is interesting. I mean, it's one of those things, because there's no sports gambling. All this seems so much more attractive to people because they're like, oh, well, if this is a loophole, I can get around it, then I get to actually sports gamble. I don't know. Would it be better to just legalize it, be done with it? At that point, I'm not sure, but certainly it's going to be a big story from here on out. We will be joined by Katie Wu next. She was at the World Baseball Classic. I got a lot to talk to her about coming up next. 97.3 The Fan. All right, my friends, we got an hour left of Ben and Woods this morning. I'll go ahead off to the clinic to pick up Benjamin after his procedure, and I will be wearing meta glasses for sure.
Should have given him the meta glasses.
Yeah, for sure. No question. But excited for our next guest appearing on the SDCCU fan hotline. Brought to you by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It's better. The one, the only, Katie Wu joins the program. Good morning, my dear.
Gentlemen, how are we? Are we keeping Ben in our prayers?
We are. He's fine. He's good. He's got a little colonoscopy today. And I said, man, I can't wait to talk to Katie Wu about your very sexy colonoscopy that you're going to be getting this afternoon.
It's too early for you guys. I'm not prepared for this today.
I understand. Practical question for you, Katie. It's been a topic of discussion this morning. Would you date a man that collected baseball cards? Because Mrs. Woods is ready to leave me where she found me because of my new hobby.
Mrs. Reindl's a little bit more supportive than Mrs. Woods right now, but I'm afraid of Mrs. Reindl hanging out with Mrs. Woods and realizing, these idiots.
So you meet a guy and he seems just great and he's dynamic and he's handsome and everything else. And you go check out his place and he's like, look at my collection of baseball cards. And he is always talking about baseball cards and spending money on baseball cards. What is your reaction? You're out, right?
So, as a certified baseball nerd loser, I'm probably in on the baseball cards, but out of solidarity to my wives, in this case, I'm out.
She hates me so much with this thing. You have no idea, Katie, how much she is anti my newest and greatest love and passion, the world of collecting baseball cards. So it's good to know. I think Katie, I could see sitting at a table with Katie opening packs and be like, oh my God. And she would know all the players and everything. So maybe I just got to get her into it a little bit more.
Also, how many cards are we talking about? Are we talking about a room full?
It's getting bigger every single day. And it's now infringing on her space. And she knocked a bunch over this morning and screamed at me about it.
Well, be better. If you were better, that wouldn't happen.
That's true. The last time we saw you, we were all in Arizona together. I needed to get an update on this. We told the story on the air the next day about your hotel that you were staying at, and they had upgraded you to the top floor, but then the elevator went out and you had to walk up 20 flights of stairs every day for how long?
I think it came out to 11 days.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
And you did it. You wore it 20 flights every day.
I wore it. And I was wondering actually why I got a couple of messages about that. And now it makes sense that you guys once again broadcasted my misfortune to your beloved listeners. But yeah, I wore it. And honestly, guys, it wasn't after the first couple of days, it kind of dawns on you okay, this is not going to go your way. So you got to make it light. I think the worst part was on checkout day, one of the elevators was working. Because for me, I have 2 big suitcases and, of course, my cat. I brought my cat to spring training.
Of course.
And I don't want to deal with that 20 flights down the stairs. These are 50-pound suitcases each. So the elevator was working that morning. And I was like, you know what? See what happens when you just don't complain and you're patient. Things work out. You know what wasn't working when it was time for me to check out that afternoon? The elevator. So I still had to do all of that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think I had a lot of character building this spring.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to seeing how that makes me an overall better person.
Did they take care of you? They hook you up? We didn't say the name or anything. Did they take care of you and gift you 6 free months at a hotel or something?
We're working on it. That's actually the more disappointing part, but we're working on it.
Good.
It is
okay.
a work in progress.
It's crazy that it even needs to be kicked around corporate.
It's going to be the Katie Wu Garden Inn.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. Katie Wu.
I want an elevator named after me.
Yes, the Katie Wu Memorial Elevator. Katie Wu joins us. She is a writer for The Athletic. We won't say which team she covers. She just happened to be at the WBC as well. Give me your overarching thoughts on the WBC and how, I thought it was pretty awesome. And we've talked about, can it be better?
Well, first of all, I don't think you guys can see, but since we're not going to talk about the team I cover, just know I still have a Tier 1 shirt on.
Love it.
Ben and Woods shirt on. Thank you so much.
Forever. I love the World Baseball Classic. This was an event that I had wanted to do since the last tournament. I was lucky enough to do 2023 pool play in Miami. And even the pool play rounds were just some of the most dynamic, intense, energetic atmospheres. And I pitched it again. The Athletic was thankful that they let me go to the quarterfinals through the championship. And when I say I've never experienced baseball like this, I'm coming off arguably one of the best World Series of all time, one of the best Game 7s of all time. And the World Baseball Classic, in terms of environment, blew me away. And all of the games, especially the championship for obvious reasons. But it struck me to watch the passion on the field, of course, but in the concourse, seeing all these different fan bases, all these different cultures coming together and supporting baseball. I don't even think I saw one instance of people not getting along, or, you kind of see like the ugly scenes of fights at an MLB game. I didn't see any of that. Instead, I saw like different cultures inviting other cultures in to celebrate with them, or to learn some things that, there are a lot of Japan fans that were there because they thought that maybe Japan would be in the championship game.
Yeah.
I get it. They weren't. So the Japan fans who flew all the way to the United States just adopted either Venezuela or the United States. And those fan bases just took them in as one of their own. Stuff like that, you just can't replicate it. It makes this tournament so special. And I'm coming off a real high, guys, as we head into the final 3 or 4 days of spring training. It just doesn't compare to anything else that we've seen in this baseball landscape.
And it's true. Katie Wu joins us right now here on Ben and Woods this morning. And we talked a little bit earlier about could they make it even better? I know some players had some ideas about maybe during the All-Star break. I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be fraught with peril. It's imperfect the way that they do it right now, but I think that's okay. I think it's okay to be imperfect every few years. I don't see a team saying, all right, it's July. Now you can go 7 innings for Team USA, even though we're probably going to make the playoffs. We may, but it's health dependent on our starters.
But you're more likely to be able to.
Yep, more likely
right?
if needed, certainly. But I think it's always going to come down to the pitching and how teams feel about it.
Yeah, you're right. It's always going to be a little bit of a flawed tournament because there is no perfect way to do it. And I think each year, because you have to remember this tournament 20 years ago was kind of made out of thin air.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of teams, especially the United States, just kind of treated it as an exhibition tournament because I don't think the significance of what it meant to Asian teams or Latin American teams really kind of hit the U.S. the same way because for so long, their priority was getting ready for the season.
Yep.
Now with each edition of this tournament, we're getting more and more eyes on it. It means more and more, which is great. It's great for the global brand of baseball, but there's always going to be that talk about, what can we do about the pitching? Because major league teams, rightfully so, their priority is going to be making sure that they have the health in their rotation and their bullpen. And I don't think that there is a perfect time on the calendar that allows for everybody to be happy. I think what we have right now is probably as good as it's going to get, just for the reasons you mentioned. Are playoff teams going to be inclined in July? Because in July, you pretty much know if you're going to be a playoff team or if you're close. Are they going to be inclined to let their stars go play in a tournament like this? Also, probably not. So I'm not sure the best way to have a perfect World Baseball Classic. I don't think a perfect World Baseball Classic really exists in terms of logistics, but it does exist in terms of uniting different nations and different cultures and bringing them and growing the game, which I think is the whole purpose of this tournament. We can go back and the debates aren't leaving, right? We can go back and forth on pitch count, pitch limits, time to do it, 3 years, 4 years, those are all going to exist. But in terms of the tournament itself, the way that it is right now has served its ultimate purpose, which is growing the game across the nation, across the globe. Look at Italy. This could be a new foundation of baseball in a brand new country because of this tournament. And if that's the result of the World Baseball Classic, then I'm okay with continuing to debate that this tournament isn't perfect.
Yeah, the coolest thing I saw was the guy in Venezuela watching on a television that was from 1974 in the middle of the street, essentially on a sidewalk. He looked, I mean, this guy has seen some stuff, man. He's up there, long in the tooth, to be sure.
Mm-hmm.
And
him
watching them clinch, and
he was just so happy.
It was just, it's incredible. And that's how I feel about the game too, and try to teach my little leaguers how to love the game of baseball and all that. And we gotta keep injecting that into the United States. We just have to. That there's this pride of playing for Team USA. Not that the guys didn't have it. I think they tried really hard, and I tend to agree with I think they cared. But it is weird when Jeter is talking about it. Smoltz hates everything. Everything that has to do with the game of baseball, he is out on. And then who was the other one? Oh, Bryce Harper was like, yeah, it's fine. It's not the Olympics. You know, it's a different mentality.
Then
from
you
the
also
US.
had Aaron Judge saying this is better than the World Series.
He had a rough World Series, though, to be fair. So, he had
a kind of rough tournament as well.
Yeah, he had a rough tourney, too. But I do think maybe that changes in the next WBC. I think America was a little bit exposed. I do.
I agree. And, there were some really good conversations after the semifinal win over the DR. Pete Crow Armstrong went out and said, it's not that we don't care. It's that we celebrate things differently. And I'm paraphrasing here. He said, I think that you guys would actually think that it's really silly if we celebrated the way that Venezuela celebrated or the Dominican Republic celebrated. I think you guys would think that's not authentic. And I tend to agree. While I do think the United States was very exposed and did do things to make this team a little bit unlikable from the outside, I never questioned that they didn't care.
Yeah.
It was just, the United States is in a different place in terms of how they celebrate baseball, in terms of, the unwritten rules. And Bryce Harper, of all people, and he spoke on this too, I think feels a different way about that. Because remember when Bryce Harper came up, he was always criticized for his bat flips, for the cleats, for the eye black.
All of it.
Right. And that was kind of like essentially beaten out of him. So I think he appreciates it. I just think it's the culture of American baseball that I do think we're starting to change a little bit, but also kind of played into how they were perceived. I don't think they didn't care. I do think they were exposed. I do question the strategy a little bit, but overall, I do think they cared. It's just hard to compare the two when you have such dynamic celebrations from the Latin American teams, from Japan. I think that's just where baseball is. But I do appreciate the candor of the players saying like, yeah, this isn't how we do it. And I think it would be inauthentic if we did.
Yeah, I appreciate that as well. And I really appreciated Bryce Harper sticking around, going over and dapping everybody up that had just won and from Venezuela. It was such a good game. It was such a good tournament. It was just, I think Ben was not really into it. Paulie wasn't, but I think both of them came around after watching it a little bit. It was brilliant, I thought. And my son loved it. Oh, he was just so into it and told his friends he had to go inside to watch that DR USA game. He's like, I can't play anymore. I got to go watch this game. And that to me was everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's exactly what this tournament should be.
It was great. Katie Wood joins us here on Ben and Woods this morning. So yeah, getting ready for your first season covering the juggernaut that will be undoubtedly the LA Dodgers. Already in the news, the Miguel Rojas story. We talked about that. Kind of a bummer for him, but 6 minutes of torture. It's over. He got his apology. Do you know Evan Drellick very well?
I do.
Yeah.
He works for The Athletic.
He's the best.
One of our best reporters. It's a really unfortunate incident. I think the way that I obviously have not been at Dodgers camp, but I think the way that Miggy Rowe handled it on the Chris Rose show, I get it. It was not charged. It was his honest feelings. It's a really unfortunate situation. But you know how these things are. There's a lot of opinions, a lot of backlash. But Miggy Rowe, in the short time that I have gotten to see him in the Dodgers clubhouse, has seemed to be very understanding, very communicative, and I'm hoping this all works out. But I certainly feel for him. That must have been a terrible 6 minutes.
No doubt. I will let you go, Katie Wu, and thank you again for your time this morning. Thank you for your insight as always. I hope they take good care of you there. And if things get too dicey, you always have a home here on Ben and Woods.
Love you guys. I'll see you soon. I think in May we have our first series. So
I can't wait.
We'll be ready.
Can't wait. Love you too. Take care of yourself. We'll talk soon. The great Katie Wu, everybody.
Katie. See you guys.
Love it. She's so good. She's so good.
Best.
And I think she would support a man that collects baseball cards if that man wasn't married to our wives. You know what I mean? Like she had to side with them.
Yeah,
she's obviously not going to take.
Political answer.
She's not going to take our side at all. All right, we will take a break. Ben and Woods 97.3 The Fan. We'll come back. We still got Kevin Harlan joining the program at 9:30 this morning. Talk a little NCAA, man. The March Madness tournament is kicking off. Brackets are done, filled in.
He is one of those people where when you hear, or like when you answer the phone or whatever, and it's his voice on the other line, you're like, holy crap, that is Kevin Harlan.
It makes you giddy to talk to Kevin Harlan. I've got all 1 seeds in my Final Four, as I knew I would after my bracket has been completed. I won 2 seed as well. We could talk about it coming up next, 97.3 The Fan. But first, wanted to tell you about Eco Water SoCal. Been telling you about it for many, many years. I've had the system for many, many years in my home. My son, Taylor, yesterday, he can't reach the faucet with the filtered Eco Water. So he went to the fridge, which is not connected to the Eco Water filter, and he started filling up his cup there on the automatic one. I said, no, give me your cup, dude. And I went and I filled him up with some delicious Eco Water. It's the best. We've got it in our home. We indulge daily in tall, chilled glasses of liquid clarity. It is a deep soak for your system. It sharpens your focus. It makes sure everything runs very smooth. Now you're saying, Woodsy, it's just water. Man, it's different. Mineral-rich, alkaline water balances your pH. You can absolutely fill up your jugs with Eco Water every single day. You will notice the difference. You'll notice the difference in how your skin looks, how your hair feels, all of it. It's all better. Eco Water SoCal, they bring the soft life right to your kitchen sink. 760-350-3338. Once again, 760-350-3338, or very easy to go to ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Get the system put in your home. You will not be disappointed. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. They've been keeping it soft since 1925. Eco Water SoCal.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Rising breaking news from Jeff Passan this morning. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan just tweeted out 12 minutes ago. Atlanta Braves outfielder Jurickson Profar will miss the entire 2026 season after his appeal of a positive PED test was resolved. And the appeal was denied. He will serve a 162-game suspension for testing positive a second time and will be ineligible for postseason play. He's got 1 year left on his deal. I think it's $15 million a year, Paulie, something to that, something close to
sounds about right.
15 million.
3 years,
bucks.
45, something like that.
And now, he'll get his 15 next year, but I don't know that you let him back into to that clubhouse, and it's tough, man. Look, being a sports fan, being a baseball fan sometimes can be very difficult. And the other big news today is obviously the Major League Baseball partnering with Poly Market. People are very, very upset about it. They're very up in arms about it. Gambling is very pervasive in our culture. It's made its way into my life. It's made its way into Pauly's life. It's made its way into shows. I often, I don't sports gamble anymore, but
it's probably made its way into your life listening in some capacity, whether you even recognize it or not.
No question. And again, man, I don't want to cast aspersions on anyone's hobby or something that they're into. But it's like anything. It's like any vice. It can always get out of control. And I've had a bunch. They've all gotten out of control, every single one. So I fully understand the concern about it.
I mean, bro, just in the last 5-6 years, I've gotten into collecting vinyl, starting like a shoe collection, baseball cards, sports gambling. Like, it's a lot. But if you do it all to excess and don't have your limits and don't know when to stop, that's when it's going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
But if you can be responsible about it, you got to be careful.
Our boss came in, Adam, and he told us, he tried the Poly Market thing for a minute, for like 2 weeks.
That was fascinating.
It was fascinating. And he, and I said, well, how much did you put on a game? And he said, like $10. And he goes, but you're on the edge of your seat. You're on the edge of your seat watching it like a stock going up and down, and you can cash out or whatever. Oh, we spent $10. We can get $3 back now. And he's like, after 2 weeks, I looked at it and I went, I can't do this. I don't want to ride this rocket he's got 3 kids. You don't want to ride that rocket. And that's how I felt, man. I found myself kind of being a jerk to people around me because the Vikings didn't cover. You know what I mean? A team I couldn't give a frog's fat ass about. I'm in there snapping at my kids or my wife because the Vikings didn't cover and I didn't hit my parlay.
I mean, look, it's very effective at getting you interested in games you may not otherwise be interested in.
No doubt.
Promise you, I'll probably put some money on some college basketball this weekend because I'm going to be watching anyways, and it gives you a bit of a rooting interest. But what you can't do is, if you're putting down so much money that you have to have a very difficult conversation with your partner or something like that,
or your family,
that's when it becomes an issue.
Oh, it's like anything, man. When I was I'd bet on a ton of baseball. Me and Pete Rose, would bet on every game that was playing, because you look at it, you're like, I cover baseball for a living. I'm pretty in the know about it. I like my chances here, and I won a ton. You guys know I won a ton, but I lost a ton too. And so it just came down to, for me, this is not great for me. I'm going to walk away from it. I was lucky to be able to do that. A lot of people don't get that opportunity. And, the thing with baseball that I always worry about, and you're seeing stories break every single day, seemingly in all sports, actually, the integrity of the game. If the integrity of the game is being challenged by guys like Emmanuel Clase, the guys that just got popped in the NBA for doing this, like shaving points, it's been around forever. It's been around forever. It's going to be around forever. People are going to love to gamble. They're going to gamble on your favorite sport. Integrity is going to be questioned. Is this just making it easier? It's just making it so much easier and more accessible, and creating such a bigger web to get players involved. I mean, we've already seen the influx of DMing players because your $15 parlay didn't hit, and it's absurd and there's no need for it. But it happens, and it's going to continue to happen, and it may even get worse. What can happen is the next step beyond a DM, right?
Right.
That's where it can't get. And baseball is seemingly saying, yes, more. How many other webs can we spread out
baseball?
There?
We're talking about their parent agreement with Kalshi or the Poly Markets today. But think about back in October when Ryan Kirkering had that error. we talked about some of the DMs that we know that he got.
Yeah.
We can't even speculate on the ones that we don't know that he received as well.
He got them from angry Philly fans and angry people that had placed bets on them to win that game.
Yeah.
And they were, he was a pitch away essentially from winning that game or that series or whatever it was. It's just, look, it's like alcohol, it's like weed, it's like cigarettes. It's all a slippery slope, guys. You just have to be careful and judicious about
it's not just a financial thing either. Because
no.
You can if you have your budget and you know what your income is, if you can afford to do it, fine. But that doesn't make it necessarily okay. How does it affect you and your life and your mental health and your well-being? I mean, if you can afford to buy a pint of whiskey every day.
Yeah. How you gonna feel?
How's that gonna work out for you if you drink it every day?
It's wild, dude, because again, my brain is still wired that way. That the other night when Venezuela beat the USA, all I thought about was that lucky SOB that said, I think Venezuela is going to win, and I'm going to take those ridiculous long
plus
odds.
450.
Plus 450, put $100 on it, and look who made a little cash tonight betting on Venezuela. It's the first thing I thought of when that last out was recorded, Paulie. I thought, there's some people out there that put some good money on Venezuela. They're going to be very, very happy. For example, yeah, it's just everything is it just feels scarier. It feels more dicey. Dicey is the right word, I think. With every agreement, I think Major League Baseball gets involved in. It's weird to me. You'll see it when we go up to Chicago, Paulie. When you go to Chicago and you go to Wrigley Field, and
there's like an MGM.
There is a book there, and it's just it's jarring to me. Like all these cool neighborhood bars are gone, but there's an Urban Outfitters, and now across the street, head on up to the Wrigley Field Sports Book before the game, and it's like, whew, this is weird.
They're shoving it down your throat. They want you to bet on their sport.
They do. So Major League Baseball entered into that agreement. It's going to be fraught with peril. Just like everything is fraught with peril these days. We'll take a break, man. We have a big guest coming up next. The great Kevin Harlan's going to be calling all the March Madness here in San Diego. We'll talk to him about that. I really, first question is I want to know, why is he on with us? Why isn't he preparing for the 8 teams he needs to know like the back of his hand come tomorrow? We'll talk to you about Kevin Harlan next right here on Ben and Woods. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Excited here on Ben and Woods to welcome back to the program. It's been a while since we've talked to him. Let's just get right to him. The one, the only, Kevin Harlan joins the program this morning. Kevin, how are you, sir? And thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Great to join you. Good morning, and great to be in San Diego. Wake up to this beautiful sunshine, and just left Green Bay where we got 2.5 feet of snow on the ground. So this is it's like I've gone from the moon to the sun in one trip here. It's like unbelievable. So this is great.
When our producer Paulie told me Kevin Harlan's going to jump on tomorrow, I go, why? Isn't he busy? Doesn't he need to be preparing for the 8 teams he needs to know like the back of his hand? Shouldn't you be working right now, sir?
Well, I am, but I thought since we're here, probably I should talk to somebody local. It'd be kind of fun. But we've been working since Sunday night when we got our assignment, and you learn the teams, you do as best you can. It's kind of kamikaze preparation. You're trying to get 8 teams and crunch that. Normally you get a whole week to prepare for a game.
Yeah.
This is 8 teams, 4 games in one day, and you've got about 3.5 days legitimately to probably sink your teeth into it. It's not impossible, and it's not heavy lifting. It's kind of a lot of organization that you need, and we've been through it a lot of times. So you kind of have a system and a routine, and you kind of follow that, because if you looked at the enormity of what is ahead of you and all the information that we get sent from schools and our people at CBS, it's an avalanche of stuff. So you've got to kind of pick and choose what you use, and that's kind of the trick, is find what makes sense and what maybe you push to the side.
I can't even wrap my head around it. If I get too much information, I shut down, and when I get inundated by that information, I literally just like kind of lose my mind. But you're such a pro. You've been doing this such a long time. You're such a great great NFL broadcaster. We were talking about it this morning. Like, I know you miss coming to San Diego for football. I mean, it's a travesty, certainly that there's no football here, but at least you get to come back for basketball. What do you for you? I mean, we're all fans of sports. That's why we all do what we do. What do you most look forward to about this tournament?
Well, you got a lot of moms and dads and grandma and grandpas and kids that go to that school in the stands, and so that it means so much. It's more than just following a team; like it's in your DNA in that family. And to think about, and most of these kids are not going to go beyond these teams. Some will play overseas. A very, very small percentage will play in the NBA or professional basketball here in the States somewhere. So that a lot of times, like, this is their moment. This is their one thing that when they're little kids shooting baskets in their driveway, they're saying, all right, I'm in the tournament, and they watch it growing up. And there have been stars, all throughout the NCAA tournament over the years, and, mimicking them and the shot and everything like that. So when you see these kids out there and knowing that they're probably going to go on to other things in life when their days playing are over, it touches your heart a little bit, thinking that with the journey they've been on, some are vaulting to the next, but most are not. And so you appreciate that journey. A lot of these smaller schools that aren't on national TV that much, now are at the center of the stage, and that's kind of fun. And you appreciate all the different things that these schools have done to get to this stage, and how big it is for them to be here, one of 64, 68 teams. So it really is. It's an honor to do. And I've every year you think about it, go, boy, that's a long couple of weeks. But at the end of the day, you think, how great to be a part of something that is so big and meaningful. Pro sports is great, and pro sports has got its place. But it's really it's a lot of sideshow to pro sports.
Yeah.
But in the college ranks, it just has a little bit more depth. The roots are a little bit deeper, and that makes it more meaningful.
It's such a great answer. The great Kevin Harlan, if you didn't know by the voice, joins Ben and Woods this morning. I graduated from Loyola University of Chicago. So,
oh, great.
Yeah. So that run that they went on, when I went there, I went to one basketball game. And it's gotten me as an alumni, like, I was so interested and into it and all that. And then, of course, the run that San Diego State had here a couple of seasons ago was magical, incredible. It's just, you're right. When you talk about the roots being deep, and it gets so many people involved in this incredible tournament every year. I'm so happy that you're here and getting a chance to do it again.
Yeah, it is. It's the 28th year I've done it. And we had 1 year we missed in 2020 because of the pandemic. But it's and with Pitino's here and Bill Self is here. There's some terrific coaches, and sometimes these schools now, because of the portal and one and dones and everything else, you're kind of renting a player for like 8 to 9 months.
Yeah.
He comes on your campus. You try to get him up and running, learning your scheme, learning your culture. Hard to do, and it's a weird time in college basketball. But at the end of the day, you've had a whole season with these kids. They're familiar with what it means to wear that logo on your jersey, that name across your chest. And so the meaning, I think, is a little deeper than when they first stepped on campus back in July and August. And so, you feel the emotion. I mean, these kids are trying very, very hard, but these coaches, they remain. They're not moving around. Bill Self has been at Kansas for 27 years, and Pitino has jumped around, but he's been synonymous with college basketball excellence. And he's 73, and he's just won the Big East postseason and the regular season. So he's coming in with a terrific team and chip on his shoulder. They were a 4 seed, 5 seed, and they're mad. They were not higher. I think they're 4 seeds. So there's just a lot to like about the different dynamics that come into this tournament, and the schools that are represented, in the history of those schools that are here.
Well, I know you got to go. You got a lot of work to do. Just quickly, what time does your day start tomorrow, and roughly what time will it end?
So I think our first game tomorrow is at 10:30 in the morning. Did I see that right? I'm like, wow, like, holy cow. So we'll get up about 6 or 7. We're all from the Midwest or the East, so the time difference is not a big deal.
Yep.
So we'll be getting up early anyway. And so we'll get there a couple hours beforehand. We'll be there all day today. We're there, for 5-6 hours today, watching every practice, talking with the teams and the coaches.
Oh yeah.
So it's a long couple days, and then the day in between, before we get to the round of 32, we'll be there and watching the 4 teams practice and press conferences and adding to it and stuff. But at the end of the day, you just want to make sure that you've treated each school and each kid the right way. I mean, this is a big moment for families, kids, schools, and that becomes our focus. And we enjoy that challenge of doing the best we can and presenting it the right way.
Now, you are a Titan, a legend, all of the above. Have a great bunch of calls. I know you will. Have a great time with it. The great Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for your time this morning.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Great to be in San Diego again. I love this city. I go back to the San Diego Clippers when I was right out of college doing the NBA for Kansas City. Would come here, loved coming here, missed it when they left, and loved it when I did the Charger games, when I was broadcasting the Chiefs, and then later with CBS. Loved those moments. But it's sure good to be back here. I love your town.
No, you are always welcome, my friend. Anytime,
Thank you.
If you need a place to stay, even just let us know. Thank you, the great Kevin.
I'd like
Harlan.
that. Thank you.
That was
Good to
awesome.
know.
Yeah, great piece of cake. We got you. Got plenty of room for you, Kevin Harlan. That was awesome. I mean, I could listen to him. He's one of those guys you could listen to. Read the phone book if you needed to. So he was great. Let's do our final check of traffic, Paulie. We'll get back. We'll spin it. We'll get out of here.
855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Speaking of which, guys, last few days being so hot in the afternoons, been seeing a lot of stalled vehicles on the roads. Yeah, mostly from overheating. So definitely want to make sure your car is in tip-top shape. Okay, we are wrapping things up with a couple of problems here. Stalled car, go figure. Northbound 163 before Genesee. It's been moved over to the right shoulder. We also have reports of a 2-vehicle accident on La Costa Avenue on-ramp to northbound 5. They're over to the right shoulder. San Diego drivers, keep moving with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Their expert technicians help keep your vehicle and everyone in it safe and road ready. Stay in your car, no appointment needed. Save at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Thank you, Kelly Danick. About to wrap up here on Ben & Woods this morning. I'll be heading straight to pick up our beloved Ben. He's in there right now. He's on his side, getting his colonoscopy. I'll pick him up, take him to Jersey Mike's.
It's like happening right now, isn't it?
That's happening right now.
Like, didn't he have like a 9:30, 9:40 appointment?
Yeah, he's under right now, our little guy. I hope he's doing okay. I am worried about the drugs for him. I will pick him up. I'm going to take him to Jersey Mike's, get him a fresh sandwich, take care of him, get him home. And then from there, go on with the rest of my day.
How do you describe the feeling for the rest of the day? Like, physically, is he sore? Is he tired? Does he feel gross?
You feel good.
He feels good.
You eat your sandwich. I crawled into bed. It was a Friday for me. My wife made sure the kids were gone. I think they were in school, and she just put me in the room. It was dark and cold, and pulled the covers up over me, Paulie, with a full belly. Finally, I was so hungry. And then I slept. I took the most glorious nap. I think I woke up. I think it was baseball season. I watched a baseball game. It was truly an amazing day getting a colonoscopy. It really was. I saw a tweet yesterday, and I've brought this up to you guys before. Woman tweeted, "Where's the class action lawsuit for this? This is ridiculous." And it was the personal loan voicemails that a lot of people get every day, and she had 15 of them. I just deleted 12. From my phone, I get the random voicemails all day long. Hi, this is so-and-so. You've been approved for $36,000 and blah, 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 blah. Do you get these spam? I have a spam blocker. It doesn't ring on my phone, but it goes into my phone and it's voicemail.
I don't get voicemails a lot.
Never.
Maybe once every week or two. So I block a lot of these numbers.
I thought I was crazy. So that's the thing.
You engage with these people.
No, well, sometimes. If they get me, I'll engage with them. But I block these. And they just come back. It's like a gremlin. You block one, you pour water on it, it comes back double, like twice, 3, 4, 5, 6. People. One guy showed on the tweet he had like 565 voicemails.
No, I don't have that.
You don't get that. Okay.
No.
Well, I know I tweeted it yesterday. And
I don't answer like a single phone call if I don't recognize the number. Even if it's a local 619-858. Like I don't answer it unless I'm very much expecting it at that exact time. I will let every unknown number go right to voicemail.
Yeah.
Don't even touch it.
No, it's I do too now. But again, they start filling up. I did get one yesterday. I can't get to the bottom of this. Like this is one that I got yesterday. It's not playing. But it says, we do need to speak with you to finalize a few remaining details, including your loan terms. If you're available now, press 1. We'll connect you with an underwriter. I didn't ask for a loan. I don't want a loan. I'm good. I don't know who these people are, but so many of our audience said I get 14 of these things a day.
Jeez.
And if there's
I get a couple, I probably get 2 to 5 unknown numbers. Sometimes it's 619, sometimes it's 888, whatever. But unknown, not expected numbers, I get maybe 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah.
And I just silence it or, hit the button, send it to voicemail. They usually don't leave one for me.
Yeah. And like Matthew says, I was looking for a job. So I had to answer every unknown, and you're just
terrible.
Done.
That sucks.
It's all day long, man. I get these things all day long. I block the numbers. They come back twofold. So anyway, let's do the promo. We'll do the promo live on the air, Paulie, and then we'll spin it, and we'll get out of here for the day.
Want to do the promo right
now? Let's do the promo right now if we can.
1 second.
For tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, we usually do this off the air after our show each morning.
Yeah, I got to go get the big guy.
Sure you do. All right.
I don't want you to have to do it.
Okay, you are rolling. I need about 7-ish seconds.
Okay. Coming up Friday on Ben and Woods, we'll be joined by our pal. Feel like Ben right now.
3, 2,
3,
1,
2.
Coming up.
Coming up Friday on Ben and Woods, we'll be.
This is exactly how it goes, everybody.
I know, it is. Coming up Friday on Ben and Woods, we'll be joined by our pal Darren Smith at 7:35 and a very special mystery guest yet to be named. Done.
What if that mystery guest can't do it, though?
Then no one will care. I promise you. No one will care.
Make sure that
Got
works here. Let's see.
Ben and Woods on the Fan.
Coming up Friday on Ben and Woods, we'll be joined by our pal Darren Smith at 7:35 and a very special mystery guest yet to be named.
Listen to Ben and Woods weekdays.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
All right.
Spin it, and we'll get out of here for the day. Turn it over to Braden.
What is a small inconvenience that ruins your entire mood?
Who are you talking to?
I know. Ben would probably have like one solid answer and would be like, "Oh yeah, I hate it when that happens."
It's coupon guy.
Coupon guy? Oh yeah.
Sent you guys the text the other day. It happened to me again. Everywhere I go, every line I get in, the person in front of me.
It's truly remarkable.
It's you think it's a bit, but it's not, because I tell you guys about all of
I've
that
experienced
happen.
it.
You've been there
you.
with me.
When we go out to Arizona, we go to the grocery store,
Every
the
time.
first stop.
It doesn't matter what line I pick. I will get behind somebody that's like, where do I use the coupons on my phone? How do I access it? Where do I get the points? And it happens to me all the time. Everywhere I go. That's one. Minor inconvenience too. There's a few in parenting. Cutting your kids' food. I've said it before. It's my least favorite part of parenthood. It's like me and both of my sons go to breakfast, and I spend the first 15 minutes just cutting their foods that I can't eat. That's a minor inconvenience. I would rather change diapers than that anytime.
I guess it's just minor inconveniences, but it's other people's complete and total lack of self-awareness.
Correct. Everywhere
I don't think it's asking too much, but it happens. I feel like it happened more and more, like everywhere you go. I was at Costco the other day, and when you get the guy, like those are pretty large or wide aisles,
huge,
and
aisles.
yet somebody will still have the flatbed cart. They're exactly in the middle,
Right in the middle,
where you can't necessarily move your cart left or right, and they're going as slow,
they're stuck
as possible. It's like, bro, get over, move your ass, figure out what you need, and move on. It's just the constant, and then they're like, "Oh, is there people behind me?" Like,
it's all right. Here's another one happened to me the other day. I pull into the parking lot. I'm going to the UPS store to drop off some cards that I sold, and I pull in, and there's a couple, and they're just walking down the middle of the road. Not the road, the parking lot. Not next to the...
Yeah.
They're right in the middle. They don't hear me coming, and I'm just inching slowly behind them. I'm inching slowly, and I don't want to get too close. They're like, hey, bro, you trying to run me down?
Right.
But they're walking through.
But walk closer to the cars.
Go to the cars or go to the sidewalk. There's a sidewalk there where the businesses are. You can walk down there and then get to where you're going. You are walking right down the middle of the road. So those are the little minor things. My whole life is made up of these, and I don't want to be I don't want to be like Larry David about that everything bothers me. It doesn't. Less things bother me now than they used to, for sure. But there's a couple, and people in the airport walking and just stopping with their bag right in the middle, right in front of you, as you're trying to get to your gate.
Yeah, and then you are almost stepping on their feet. Like you're
excuse
the
me.
jerk.
I know. It's amazing. Thank you, Paulie. Great job today. We'll be back tomorrow. As I just mentioned, Darren Smith will join us, and a very, allegedly, a fun mystery guest you guys will be very happy about. And we'll count down the days, man, until Padres baseball next Thursday. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Braden and Frank are up next. We're Ben and Woods. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 a.m.